What's happening, everybody? I think we got a mess up here. Hang on. I don't know what's going on. I think I got a bunch of people in the wrong chat. So I got to find all the other people. We're over here. We're live on both channels, my political channel. So this is a political show. And I want to say hello to everybody and thank you. Sorry for the delay, but I had a problem um, getting the 47 minutes of audio of the very first time when the feds made contact with us. And I'm going to go over that. I'm going to go over some things. Supertips.gg/OEC is up and running. I also got here. Listen, I really want to reach out to you people right now, and I want you to understand something. I'm all in on this. I think the American people are done with the traditional politician. You got people that are on lists for the Epstein. You got Joe Biden, who was an idiot. I promise you, what I stand for is truth, integrity, leadership, and to make this country whole again. And not be the traditional politician, not give all these empty promises, not go in there and steal money. I want to connect with the people, and I'm believe in all my things that I want to get done, and I want to make a lot of changes. All right, I'm running the grassroots. It's very hard, so if you really want to help and you want to donate small donations to the campaign, which goes into the where, and I even today I got my bank account where if you donate to that, which is the FCC, and the bank accounts in Washington, it's used by all the big um, people that are running for office. It specializes in campaign funds, and it's very difficult. I gotta put a requisition in. Two people got to sign for it. So I have to get an accountant when I get to that point. But David said, be grassroots, small donations, it'll build. My projection is 6 months to have 50 to 100,000 hours in there, so I can start getting the road. Um, because we already started getting the signatures in Florida, and I'm pretty sure James Sardini, my vice president, has got things in the works there. Plus, we got some people that are helping there. I got some people here in Illinois. My family's going to be doing that. So we're starting to make ground here. I'm contacting all the all the election offices. I'm all in. I don't care what anybody believes. I'm going to fight. I want this bad. You know what? I'm going to fight because we're going to do this. Because you know what? People are tired of listening to the traditional politicians. They don't want to hear it no more. This country is $33 million in debt. $33 trillion in debt. Sorry, $33 trillion in debt. Okay, you got presidents that are on this list. These are the people we trust. They stay. I'm not rich. I'm not a politician. I'm an average Joe. I've been to prison. I've been on food stamps. I've been homeless, and I was an addict. These are real stories that I have lived. So that's why by prison reform, I know from the inside out. You understand? I really could make a difference with this because I want to lower recidivism. I want to lower crime in this country, and I want to fix what's broken, and everything's broken. So, um, briefly, this is something that I'm working on now. It's the restored American policy. I'm just going to read a little bit of this. I just put it into ideas today. So, um, again, don't go going on me. AI this, AI that. Listen, all he is a tool. Is I type in what with my crappy spelling and my crappy way my sentences. He diapers it and he puts it into clean paper for me so I can understand it for myself. These are my words. Everything is my thought. Okay. So section one purpose. The purpose of the act is to restore integrity, operational order, transparency, and accountability to the United States immigration system through enforceable border standards, expedited legal processing, workforce modernization, and independence, humanitarian, sorry, humanitarian oversight mechanisms. That's the first thing. We gotta stop treating the borders like it's a revolving door to come in. That's the other problem we do. We help other countries. We don't got no time to do that. We got to fix us first. And these are all things that I want to do. And I don't, like I said, I'm willing to go any way I have to go to get the corruption out of Washington to bring back America to the people. So I finally decided. This is very interesting. 47 minutes of the actual first time And I'm going to explain it to you now how it's going to work. So first, let me play this. I want to play you something. This is just to get you guys a little going started. Please, if you want to donate, that's where you put the campaign money. If you want to super tip me, you want to super chat me, that goes to the channel. But right there, politics, raisethemoney.com. Right there, click on that. It's in the chat. That'll take you right to the page. It's all monitored. Listen, I've got no grift here. I'm not trying to go to prison. I'm not trying to steal $1. You understand? I read some reports that you could pull up when you register of people that have done campaign fraud, and you could pull up their cases. Let me tell you something. They don't play. You get caught taking $1 out of the cookie jar and you misappropriated it somewhere, they're coming for you. You understand that? And I'm not got no desire but to be. I keep trying to fix my life better. I want to keep better in my life each day. I want to help people. I want to do things good. You guys get, some people have their judgment on me. That's fine. But I know what I'm doing, and I know that I'm doing the right thing. And I try to do the right thing my whole life. But human beings make mistakes. And if you think you don't, and you have to fail to be successful. And I've tried so many different angles and so many different things. And yeah, I've done a lot of bad, crazy things. Of course I did. So most of you in the chat room have too. Okay, so don't even go there. So let me just have a little fun with you guys here and play this one. All right. I'm here because nobody else will speak for the people.
Meet Joseph Catalano. He wants to be your next president. What he won't tell you is he was convicted of a federal crime. He stole thousands from hurricane victims.
I don't sleep. I wake up in the middle of the night screaming.
Joseph Catalano feels no remorse and feels like he never left prison.
I feel like I never left prison. That's the whole fucking problem here, man.
I never thought in a million years that I could be swindled, duped like that.
When it comes time to hit the polls in 2028, say no to the Catalano crime family. This message has been paid for by the Victims Against Catalano Coalition and funded in part by the B-Dabbler Network and viewers like you.
I am Joseph Samuel Catalano, and I approve this message. I'm here because... All right, that's just a little fun. I get a kick out of some of that stuff that's being made. I do want to, before we go into the tape, and I'm really glad that people are here because let me explain this a little bit. So they originally came January 30th to my house, knocked on the door. I could tell by the knock it was the police. I didn't know it was the feds. And so I, aggressively went to the door and opened the door, and there's two plainclothes guys, and they looked really dorky looking. So I didn't think they were local cops. I knew right off the bat, I saw the way they were dressed, the way they looked, that they were some type of federal agents, because local cops don't dress like them. You know what I'm saying? Even local detectives. So I knew that. So, go through the speech, and, of course I lied right off the bat to him and said, Christina doesn't live there. We're separated. Okay. So he goes, here's a card. If you can get a hold of her, it's best that she contacts us. All right. So boom, 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 they leave. And I go back in the bedroom, and I told her what's going on. She goes, what do we do? I said, I go, listen, they just want to talk. It's not going to hurt to listen. We'll listen to what they're going to say. If we don't like it, we lawyer up. You lawyer up, plain and simple. She goes, all right. So she called. She left the card. She called that night, and they arranged to come back the next day, which is the 31st. Now, that's what I have. That day's interview. That's the day that I got aggressive with them, and I almost got in a fight. That's when they handcuffed me. That's when it got really ugly. The tape is pretty brutal. I was pretty brutal. And I got all my discovery. The discovery is about this high in paperwork. They followed us around for like 2 years. They got pictures every place we lived, every place we went to. They were the whole time. I always felt this, even though I was high and paranoid. I felt that the feds were following us, and of course, people tell you you're high, you're fucked up, go get to sleep. But I wasn't fucking paranoid because I felt it, and they were. And it turned out that I was right. Again, I'm just as guilty as Christina, except because I didn't. If I wanted to stop her, if I really wanted to stop her, I would have. And two, I spent the money with her, even though I didn't cause none of the actual part of it. When I found out, I was very upset. I tried to stop it in the beginning. There's no talking to her. So, you know the old saying, she's my wife. I gotta protect her too. You can't beat him. You got to join him. And a different time in my life. I was on the hustle. That was going to be quick 10, 15, 20,000. I could gamble. I could go to the casino. I could go, get high. I could go on vacation. You know, my kids are grown. It was just me and Christina living at the house with our brother, and so we're living life, and you're going to see all the mistakes that were made, and you're also going to hear them say how in his entire career it was the worst case of evidence against somebody that you ever see. I mean, the best case of it was just so bad, the evidence she piled on herself, and I was kind of shocked. I knew that she was making mistakes when she wouldn't listen, and I told her I felt bad. I said, I'm telling you, the feds. This is not good. I don't think this is. You're going to be somewhere down the line in the next couple of years. We're going to get visited by the feds, and I knew that. I just felt it because I saw the mistakes. And again, Christina's a very smart woman, and it was just a different time in her life. And when you're under the influence of drugs, it will definitely change your way of thinking. Trust me on that. And a lot of you guys know that anyhow. I should have to be telling you that. So let me see what's going on here. All right. So okay. So we got here anyhow. Let me see everybody that's here. Get a feel for who's here, and if I get the regulars, any new people. Oh, I got my man Brutal Pain here. Of course, we know what's his name's here, without fail. Calverton, he's a good man. Thank you. Gave me some good advice the other day, and I heard you loud and clear, Calverton, and you're right. And that's what I'm going to focus on. And that's what I'm going to focus on. I'm not going to focus on what they broke or what they're doing wrong. I'm going to focus on what am I going to do about fixing it. That's what I'm going to do. And calm down, Rochi, calm down, right? Don't be rude, okay? You be patient, okay? There's enough with this rudeness. Enough of you being such fucking hyped up all the time, okay? You need to learn. You need to learn to be calm, respectful, and then you get the same respect back, okay? And that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? So, short. What's this? Let me see. What is this? Bob. The Bob Banks. Is George Washington giving? Yeah, it's this is my. I'm sitting there for the last couple of days. I'm like, I got to come up with a catch slogan that I'm going to post every day, and I was just writing stuff down, and I was throwing stuff into Uncle Bob, and he goes, he took out all the stuff that he had, everything we've talked about, to just that he has stored, and tried to just figure out what how I am, the way I talk, things I say, and then I gave him some ideas for this, and then all of a sudden I said something. And I said honesty and integrity, and then he goes, "This is it." And he put honesty and integrity can still win the White House by fixing the root of the problem, and I thought that was awesome. So that was a good phrase, and that's going to be my catchphrase. So we're gonna get to the tape now. I mean, you guys listen very carefully. I don't know if I'm gonna stop it. So it's 47 minutes long. Maybe I'll go 10 minutes because it's my stuff. So I don't have to do that per the YouTube. So I'm gonna go. Let's see. I'll go 4 segments. It's 47. So I'll go 12, 12, and 12, and then 11. Okay, how about that? Does that sound good? All right. So here we go. Let me get over here. Where am I over here? So let me just real quick. I wanted to say hello to a couple people. I got Bob Banks. Hello, thank you. Roachis. Hello. This is not a base pill village. This is the actual tapes from the feds when they came to my house. This is actual discovery that you get when you get indicted or you get arrested, and then you bail out and you go to arraignment. They start putting a discovery package against you. You understand that discovery is? Discovery is all the evidence they have on you. Now, you'll hear this tape and you'll notice the Fed is being cocky. I could tell because they don't come knocking on your door unless they already got there, but they already know what they got. Because like I said, the conviction rate on a federal case is 96%. 4% walk, 96% go to prison. That's their conviction rate. Okay? So they don't, and they don't. They take 2 to 4 years as the average they take on a case. No matter how small or big it is. That's usually their time frame. And they don't come knocking, and the feds won't come knocking and try to fish like the local people will try to set you up or trap you up, and they really don't have nothing. They're just trying to see what you'll give. The feds don't come; they come to the door. You already know they got something. So I knew that right off the rip when they came. So that's why I was, it was very protective over Christina, that because they felt Christina, when I told Christina, let's stop talking. They're setting you up here. And I go, let's go. And he goes, that's when they grabbed me and they told me that I can't tell her what to do. I go, the hell I can't. And then he goes, you just shut the fuck up. So he tried to shut me up, and they go, Christina, you want to, and Christina just was, because they made the mistake of saying to her, after he went through the whole thing with her, he told her, well, I got some news for you. I'm not here just because I'm here, because I've been investigating this for 2 years. And I'm going to show you everything that I have that's 100% solid as evidence. And she kept saying, well, and then who told you this? I'm not telling you. I have to tell you that. Blah, blah, blah. And he goes, I'm here to give you a chance to confess, so I can go to the federal prosecutor and tell him we talked to her. She admitted everything. And then he said they might have not pursued it. They might have just said, okay, look, privately they could have drawn up something and say, okay, we're going to pay this back. We're not going to charge you. We're going to give you warning. That's probably what would have happened. But I said lawyer up, and she thought she really was going to beat it because she didn't think the evidence was strong enough. But after I saw what he was showing, it was pretty strong. But so that's why when you saw the video the other day by Catalano Network of the actual court proceedings of us in court when we did our change of plea on November, whatever day it was, 10:30 in the morning, that's when both our lawyers advised us to, if you go to trial, you're going to lose and you're going to get the backs. You're going to get 5 years. She's going to get 30 years. And so their advice was change your plea, be accountable, be merciful, be forgiving, beg for forgiveness, and it'll probably come out better. She still got hammered. She got 30 months for $18,000. There were even the judge. He goes, how much was it? They go $18,000. He goes, what? Most people that were on cases like that were in the millions. I'm talking millions. And it was like so little. It was like they couldn't even believe they made it. But you'll see why I got myself in it fucking too, because of course my mouth couldn't get me. My mouth gets me in a lot of trouble. So that's why I got indicted. But you know what? I'm not going to say I'm not. I'm just as guilty because I spent the money and I didn't. I gave up trying to stop her. So it doesn't matter if I was charged with the fraud or not. I still took responsibility and admitted that she's my wife and I spent the money. So. All right, so let's play this now. Get to this. All right, so here we go. Here we go.
This is Special Agent Lou Billier, Department of Homeland Security's Office Inspector General. I am here with also Special Agent John Fields, and we are here with Mr. Joseph Catalano.
Well, I don't feel comfortable going in the backseat of the car.
She's not going in the backseat of the car. No. Okay, no, just on the outside. Just so we can show the documents on the trunk, because there's no place to do this. We are also here with Miss Christina Catalano. We've confirmed their identities with their driver's licenses. And it is now currently approximately 11:46 a.m. on January 31st of 2020. Okay, so as I talked to you guys before on the phone yesterday, so these are the documents. This is everything that was kind of submitted with your application. So what we're just going to do is we're just going to go over the application. You're just going to tell me, what happened, and that's it. So basically,
real quick. You see, you could tell the confidence in him and that he's bullshitting right off the bat. I just want to go over. He played the dumb role really good. I don't understand these documents are blurry. He wanted her to. He was trying to get the confession out of her, and he was trying to do it by the way he was asking the questions, and she played it perfect. I mean, she had just got out of prison in 15. She did 22 months in prison, state prison, and so she was no stranger to the law. That from 2008 to about 2000, she got out. She had a run where I think she had over 19 felonies, and I don't know how many arrests. She had a lot of arrests. Christina's got a record way bigger than me, but she ran into some. She was pretty badass. She was a big time drug dealer, and and people respected her and feared her because she didn't play no shit. But she was always but she was smart though. She was just a smart person. But and even the smartest person that tries to pull off, you can sell drugs. Anybody can sell drugs. Pulling off felonies, fraud, you really have to be a mastermind. You really do. To pull the shit off over the government, you really got to be kind of really, really smart. And if I would have orchestrated that from the beginning, it would have never got caught because I was pretty sharp and stuff like that. And that's nothing to brag about, but it's just she had to fall and learn from her mistakes. So, but I tried to go to prison for her. I tried to do everything for her. But here we go back to this. Okay.
This is Special Agent Lou Billier, Department of Homeland Security's Office Inspector General. I am here with also Special Agent John Fields, and we are here with Mr. Joseph Catalano.
Well, I don't feel comfortable going in the back seat of the car.
She's not going in the back seat of the car. No.
Okay, so.
No, just on the outside, just so we can show the documents on the trunk, because there's no place to do this. We are also here with Miss Christina Catalano. We've confirmed their identities with their driver's licenses, and it is now currently approximately 11:46 a.m. on January 31st of 2020. Okay, so as I talked to you guys before on the phone yesterday, so these are the documents. This is everything that was kind of submitted with your application. So what we're just going to do is we're just going to go over the application. You're just going to tell me, what happened, and that's it. So basically, FEMA had some issues with some of the documents that were sent in. They send it over to us. We look at the documents and we see if there's any issues with it, and that's when we come out and talk to you guys, okay? So, this first document right here is this, and that's, yeah. So this right here is a summary. So when you applied for FEMA,
right.
How did you apply?
I applied online.
Online? Okay. Was it the website or through your phone, like through a computer or your phone?
Did I have a laptop? Did I use yours or?
I believe you did it on your laptop.
Okay.
And phone, but you did a lot. You always did your phone. So.
Okay.
Mostly, but, I mean, it's just.
So internet, I know that.
Through the internet. Okay, all right, no problem. So this right here, whenever you submit your application, you answer a bunch of questions,
yes,
right? Okay, so when you answer all those questions, this form gets generated. This is just they call it a FEMA Form 009-01. This is the information that was listed based off of your application, okay? So right here, if you can just confirm some of this information for me. So that says your name up there. This is the storm number. That's 4337 is for Irma. Okay, that was your registration ID number that you were given. It doesn't give the full social. Okay, it just gives the last. But is that your last 4 of your social?
Yeah.
Okay. Date of birth. This was the date that you applied, which was September 15 of 2017. And you said that the date of loss was September 4. Does it all making sense right now? Am I okay there?
I don't remember when the hurricane came through.
Okay,
honestly.
well, yeah, this is when you applied online. That's the date you applied online.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
necessarily.
I know why. I know this is a duplicate application, probably. Well, I'm saying the form, because they always told me there was a duplicate in there, and that I had to go back in, resubmit information. This is what FEMA told me, and I did so. That's probably why the application. I'm thinking that's why it has the 15th on there, because I know I applied after it happened.
This is after it happened. That is after September 5th. The storm happened before.
Yeah, but there was 2 applications in there. Is what I'm trying to tell you.
There were 2 applications.
There was 2 in there because they kept telling me there was a duplicate, there's a duplicate, there's a duplicate, and they had to go in and fix one.
Well, I think there was an application that Joe did, right? You did one for your car or something?
My car got hit. They came out. They saw the car. They took the pictures.
Yeah.
And they gave me $250 for a car that was worth 5 times that. So, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because that's all. I mean, I think that was. This is just a 009-0-1. Okay, and this is just a printout. This is not what you actually.
Right, but they kept telling us about a duplicate, and I want to find out what it is.
Okay. Well, the big thing is that's your registration ID number. Okay. That's the one that you would have used the whole time. So 39-58-445-45. So everything that you put in for that application would be here. That would be this one.
Oh yes, Calvin. That's exactly what I'm saying.
39-58-445-45. Okay, you got that?
Couple months.
Okay.
And when I tried to
So
talk around it, I
that
couldn't.
was the phone number that
Then
you
I just
provided right there, the 352-436-9394.
And I just
And then
money
also
coming
we
in,
have
I
an
spent
email
it,
address,
and we spent it together, and that's what happened.
catalano0710@gmail.
This
Do you
is
still
not
have any?
none of my
Because that's
plot,
still...
none of my idea, nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, I read your email.
Yeah, because I tried to email you yesterday, and that's what I used. I wasn't
got
sure
it
if it was
last
accurate,
night.
if
Yeah,
you're
I
still
got it
there.
last night, yeah.
Okay. Was this your damaged dwelling, the 2550 East Mars Street?
Right, and it was Unit B.
Unit B. Okay. All right. So Unit B, you said damaged dwelling. You were renting a mobile home, and then it was damaged, and you had emergency needs. There were food. I know you had. It says you here for the home damage, but I know you sent in other documents, and we'll go over that. That basically you were claiming that the property was damaged, correct?
Debbie Bond, the lady that came out, the inspector, she seen it all. So I don't know why it's not in there.
No, wait a second. Let's get this clear. This mistake. The damage was to her her trailer, not the property of where I was renting. She had the RV and her own dwelling on the property.
That's
Okay.
why
That's what was just damaged.
And she sent in letters that said that afterwards.
We're not claiming that 2550 Mars Street was.
I know.
I never put a claim in it.
No. The trailer was parked at 2550.
Right, but it
Mars.
was in the
You
right.
see,
In-
I don't
in
know
the
if you've been
back.
out there, and I'm sure you have been. I mean, I'm not stupid. I know you guys have got all your answers already. So, the house was in the front yard and a big backyard, and she put
Had
that
a trailer.
because
I get it.
we were going through separation. So.
Okay, I get it. All right, so damaged dwelling. So I'm just going through this document though, and I understand that later because right here it said that's what you put in at first. You put 255,
Well,
but then
and
later on you explained it in the letters
Right,
that
they
it was.
kept telling me to, and if you listen to the phone conversations, you'll see where they told me, and I called in a lot, and they told me to make sure that I add B on every time I call in.
Yeah,
So-
because you told them that there was a property in the back, right? You said that there was
told
a.
them
She had
They
her
addressed
RV
it.
on
Yeah.
the property in the back of the house
Okay,
that
all
her
right.
husband was renting.
All right. So that's this here. We said, that here's your registrant, and these are other people that were also that you put down
Right.
for the one Pedro Santiago, Savannah Crum, and Kevin Horn.
Right.
Okay, and those are family members.
Daughter, brother, and
Which one? I'm sorry.
daughter.
So Savannah is your daughter.
This is her baby's dad,
Okay, Pedro.
who doesn't work.
Okay.
And and that's my mentally handicapped brother.
Okay, that's Kevin Horn. Okay. All right, so that's this document. Now this right here, this is when the inspector came out. So do you remember this? And you signed this document in front of him. You signed it on a pad though for him. But
I
this
was
is
the lady that I seen.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a female. Okay. But this was the document. This was just the going over everything. That was when they came out for the inspection, and you talked to them. These are so basically, like I was saying before, there's a lot of documents in here. They're hard to read.
Okay.
It looks like I guess you took pictures of some things. You were were you taking pictures of some of the documents?
Well, see, in my trailer, I didn't have like a printer and stuff,
Uh-huh.
so or a copy machine or a scanner, fax, whatever. So I'd have to do that.
You took and you could tell, and that's why it's kind of difficult to read some of these documents, which is one of the reasons why we're out here because we can't really read some of these things. Okay, so we're going to go through these. So this one right here is just your driver's license. The wind's getting a little bit more. Let me do this. Put this there. So right here. Okay, here's the first.
What do you
one.
say about banks? I'm the one that
So,
don't.
this
Is that
right
what you're
here,
saying?
just to confirm. Tell me what this is.
You're right about that.
It says it's from Keith Scott Enterprises.
Energy, because I've worked all my life, pal.
Looks like a repair estimate.
That is, they wanted, FEMA wanted, what did they want? An estimate on the trailer?
I know.
They wanted an estimate on the trailer, and they said that
What it would cost to fix it.
They said, here's what I was told, and you can listen to the conversations on there. They said it doesn't matter. She said, look online. This is what she told me, okay? I said, well, that doesn't make sense. She said, look online, see what one would take to cost since it was unrepairable. My trailer was. So she said, get an estimate of what it would cost.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I said, from online. And she said, yes, I want you to listen to these calls.
Okay.
Okay, really?
Let me tell you
And
something.
I said, so
The
just
fact that I'm being
look online,
transparent on
literally, and
everything in
see
my
what
life
a
is
new
just
one would
from-
cost.
But then you
Remember I was
you
telling you about
calling
that?
companies, and this guy
Right.
this guy.
So this
100%
is
on the up and up.
Scott,
The last couple of years,
They don't have my
people
yep.
change.
Huh?
We all lie.
don't
Don't
have
sit there
my
and saying you have never lied. Because if you say that, then you're lying right now.
I'm trying to think why.
That's the old me.
He's got to be on here for some reason.
And I'm being transparent for my
It's an
election.
estimate of what it would cost.
This is all going to
Yeah,
come
you
out
said
anyhow.
there's a letter that you
I'm
sent
gonna
with
hold
it
the
saying
what-
that this
what
was
I
an
was.
estimate.
Okay, well then
Yeah,
there
I'm
you
just
go.
trying to
I'm
make
sure I
sure.
was stabbed 50
Yeah.
times and
It's okay.
got 3
Put it
wishes
out.
in the head.
I think
so.
actually it might have been.
This way I
Here,
tell it
this is
the right
actually
way.
one that came with it.
So,
Yeah,
I'm
this is
being-
one of the
I
letters that
don't-
you were sent with it too.
Right. I
got
Okay,
no
so this was
reason-
your appeal for it, saying that the home was destroyed.
Right. Anything-
My home was destroyed. Yeah, I'm just reading. My home was
Well, I
destroyed,
do-
demolished beyond
I'm being
repair.
transparent here.
Spoke to
So,
a
if
representative
you don't
on
think that
12,
this
10,
is the
18.
right
She said
move,
all I needed was to do
then
was
you need
resend
to
an appeal
evaluate
letter,
yourself.
salvage
That's
letter.
all I'm going to tell you. because
So, I mean,
I
we're
know
just
what
making sure this
direction
is
I'm going in life.
this is what
I'm
was
going
going
straight-
on.
straight
Okay,
path
so
like this,
Mike
see?
Murphy transported to a salvage yard.
Good luck with that.
I think that was on one of the other.
And that's what
I
the
think he
American
was on
people
one of the
want to watch
others.
that. The American people are looking for someone that's going to be
that's it
who
for
makes
this one.
mistakes.
And then they wonder why they
So,
couldn't see
I
it.
got a lot to offer because I've experienced my experience
Okay.
alone. can
So
fix a
that
lot
was a
of things.
document
All
that
these
you
bad
sent.
things
Then.
I've
These are all ones you
experienced
sent,
and
right?
the
Did you
knowledge
send
I
any of
have.
these documents?
So,
I'm not
I
on
don't
the
want
claim.
the
I'm
traditional
That's
politicians
not what I
anymore.
asked. Did you send any of
We're
these
done with it.
documents?
I'm not
or
on
is
the
it-
Over
claim,
in this
Okay.
country.
So, okay.
It'd just be a lot easier,
Listen,
man, if you just
You're being very
listen.
difficult. We're just trying to ask questions.
Joe, calm
First
down.
of all,
Hey, just
And he
ask-
just
I
asked
answered the
me.
question.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I
The
did.
answer was, did you submit any of these
Just
documents?
answer it.
And I
like
said I
you
was not on
want.
any of the documents. That's
Sorry.
a yes. That I did not spit. That was a no.
No.
Sorry.
Did you submit
It's
them?
okay.
I didn't spit no documents. No.
Okay.
Okay.
See how easy that was?
That's
I
all
was
I need to
having
know.
a page
Sure that they were
there.
feds, but they were assholes.
An attitude.
I'll
will
talk
make
to them the way they talk to
So,
me.
Really?
Trying to
it's
trap
okay.
me up.
It's okay.
And I'm being
I'm
nice.
not stupid.
Like I'm allowed her to talk to you guys without a lawyer.
And that's right. I allowed that too. So.
Okay, look. So here we go down. Rental.
Okay.
This is
Fair
your
enough.
rental unit.
As long as you're cooperative.
I am.
This is
Am
the
I
rental
being
unit.
cooperative? I'm not
Receipt
in your ways.
for
I'm not yelling with you. I'm
rental
not
unit B.
touching you.
Is that it?
Okay, That's good.
All right. So this is the one for B. Is this the? This was the back. Wait. This was the back of the
Can I
property,
tell you
right?
that I'm
That's it.
aggressive?
But I had to pay.
I know
I'll
how
talk
many,
when I need to.
how many
You know
phone calls she
I
and how
don't lie
FEMA
about
called
that.
her and they told her.
I had to
You know,
pay to stay there.
and
I had
everything's
to
in phone
I told him I'd
conversations.
give
I
him
just
this
did
out of my
nothing wrong.
check.
Happen.
And that's exactly
That was
what I
my
did.
mistake.
Okay. All right. So this was just a
Never
receipt for that.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
This.
That was my
I don't
mistake.
even know what
That's
this
just I didn't have no
is.
paper.
That might have been
Oh,
different
okay,
outcomes.
okay.
We
Sorry.
didn't say nothing to
I
them
don't know
then.
what
I don't
Okay,
care.
and here's another letter. I'm writing
Might
this
have-
letter because I feel I did not get an appropriate decision.
my
Now, this
mistake.
was regard because you didn't get the money from.
I didn't get approved
You
at the
learn from
beginning
your
until
mistakes,
they
don't
had
you?
to have another inspector come out and see me staying in a shed.
Did you think I
Number
would
one.
let their feds?
Because
I'd have busted
my
his head
place
open
was
right there and I'd have went to jail for hitting
So
him in the
and
head.
she was sit there
I
with
didn't
me.
care. That's how I was.
Okay,
He knew it. They
and
were
she's the one
scared.
that fixed
He
the
says
and
it in the
everything. You
tape.
couldn't,
You
you know.
don't know what way I'm going to go because I'm
That's
getting
why
very
that was it.
aggressive.
And then the inspector came out.
Okay, all right. Okay, so that's what this letter was.
'Cause I'm a
This
real
is the same
man,
thing.
and I don't take shit from nobody.
This is this is the end of it.
Yeah,
Okay,
rear
this is just
dwelling.
another part of it. Okay. Okay. So, today is.
It's just how they plan.
I saw there were a couple of them like this.
They told me to do it every time.
Okay, all right. And that's one of the things I was confused on. I saw like
every
a couple of
time
them like
that
this.
you had to
He's
recertify,
really
you had to send
confused.
that
That's
in.
the game he's
Okay.
playing. See, that's the good
Oh, you
cop,
just
bad
changed the
cop
date,
they're
I guess, on some of because I saw like different dates in there. Okay, I got you.
Well, yeah, that's what they said to do. They said,
Okay.
make sure you put in there what you're doing and, you know what I'm saying, what your plans are, what your goals are. I said, all right.
Okay.
And that, but you had to do it all the time, like every 3 months.
I am in appeal for FEMA because my home has been a total loss. I'm trying to sign up for have it to search every day for permanent housing. Okay, so you were looking for permanent housing at
Right.
the time. Okay. All right, live in affordable housing, live permanent. My July rent has been paid and accepted by the landlord. This would have been, what date was this?
July.
This is 2018. Okay, so this is when you already moved out. This is when you moved out and you were in the other property, right?
Right,
Okay.
in Clearwater.
Okay, and all right, so the landlord accepted the payment there. Move on.
Yeah, see, I had to.
Yeah, this is what I was
That's what
talking
that was,
about.
yeah.
Yeah, see, I saw the date and I'm like, I can't even read what that says. I don't even know. It says, please
He's
something.
a liar.
Please.
I told you, this wasn't about
Please
us
no.
explaining what the document said.
please,
It was about him seeing if he could trap us up,
I
say
can't even read
anything,
it.
or
I
wanted to be
apologize
playing confession
about
that
date.
he's
I had to
he's
mark it out.
leading.
I corrected it, is
he's-
what it says.
He's playing
Okay.
dumb, which started
Is
pissing
it
me
all the
off.
same as the first
That's when I knew I made the mistake
okay,
of trusting
it's the
him.
same thing. Okay. All right, that's the same one. Just changed the date and resubmitted it. Keep going.
This was what I had to tell him that I was not going to move out of where I was in the Clearwater address.
We were fucked up here. We were both fucked up.
You
Because
were
we not
moving to
working
Clearwater,
with
or
both
you
people.
weren't going to move?
No, they said to put that if you're not going to move to where you're. Hold on, what did they say?
I was
They
probably
said
on a
if you're not
4-day binge. I was
moving,
probably up 4 days at
you
least.
need to write that in a
At
letter
least.
and state that you're not. Because I guess
Huh?
they did CTHA like every. I need some water.
Yeah, exactly.
We got bottled water? You want-
It doesn't matter.
So, you know, people people want
No, thank
transparency.
you.
They want people that make
they
mistakes
said-
when you're
hold on.
truthful and
I
you
know
don't
why
hold
this
nothing
is
back.
happening. Hold on a minute.
It makes you look really good. And I decided to
Sorry,
finally
sir.
display
Like
this.
I
And
said,
there's a
I
lot of
was
other
Take your
stabbed
time.
in 3 times within the head. So So.
Take time.
because it's something I was advised to do because they're gonna do it to me anyhow. They're gonna dig up everything on me.
She said they do CTHA every.
That's exactly right. I'm not on the Epstein files. I'm not on that.
It was like every.
I'm not a Joe Biden, so
They approved me.
For Clinton, who says
CTHA.
he wasn't, he
Sorry,
wasn't going there for that.
It's okay.
Bullshit. Clintons are lying in their testimony.
This
right
is
now.
the one that's your housing plan, right?
I'm-
So you were. This is 12 of 18. So you were. Where were you at that?
I believe
don't
I
even-
was in Clearwater.
Okay, you were in Clearwater at this
So,
time.
yeah.
Okay.
Because
All right.
they had. I know that's why I wrote that letter. Hold on.
Because I'm getting tired of them saying I'm a snitch. I dimed you out. I did this. That I lie. I don't do this.
Yeah, that's why I had to write.
You
all
guys
these
have no
housing
clue.
plans.
Okay, so
who
yeah, I
am
have no
and what
plans
I'm
of moving
doing.
until something more affordable comes
Comes
my
up.
way my
Yeah,
children.
no clue.
Okay, I got you.
What is that?
Okay. It looks like Amazon. All right.
That's another housing plan. That's
Another
May,
one.
I
This was
believe.
May. This was before that other one. Yeah. So May of time. I'm ready to request continued rental assistance. I'd like to FEMA
That's
know
fine.
what I'm doing to maintain my safe and permanent housing for my children and I.
He just dropped the package for you.
Okay. And this was they were.
The
oh, I
funny
see the
part
rent
is when his
receipt.
partner
Okay,
handcuffed
that's when
me,
I think we get to
he
the
didn't have his
rent receipts
handcuffs. He went,
somewhere in here.
can I borrow
So
your
the
handcuffs?
rent receipts.
For
So
his
these are the
partner.
rent receipts for
He goes, you didn't bring your
Clearwater.
handcuffs? No.
Okay, because this would have
Real
been
good,
for
real
the.
professional.
This is April 3. It was 11. Was that what you were paying?
I laughed
1,100
so
a
hard
month.
in his face, I couldn't believe it.
Or like, is it 1100?
I see 1,100, but I mean, looks like 1,100 on each one of these.
It was 11.
Okay, so 1,100 on Clearwater,
This
and
guy
it
is
says
married
please see
to
my
his
rental
wife is a
receipts.
federal prosecutor
This I have.
in Orlando.
I don't know what this is.
Thank you. I don't want to sit
This
on
guy
it.
thought he was the god. He was the head he was the head honcho. He thought he was. He thought he was the big fed.
Okay.
These came together, I think. So I don't know if it has something to do with the travel trailer, but we don't know what that is.
I believe that was the bill of sale.
We don't know.
That was the bill of sale when you
That's what it
when you
looks
bought
like.
the
Yeah.
travel
We don't know
trailer.
nothing. Yeah.
So who did you buy it from? And here I guess it says Crystal Jacobs. That's the one from Crystal Jacobs?
It looks like Crystal and Anton. It was Anton's too. 25155.
We showed you who Anton was the other day when I showed my buddy that was in prison for
Anton?
life.
George is his
George
real
Jackson.
Okay. Anton George Jackson?
name.
George
George Anthony
Jackson.
Jackson. They call him Anton.
Okay.
Um,
And he was what with Crystal Jacobs? Because I just saw you on
Yeah.
this one. This one I can read it.
Yeah.
But I can't read. I
at
have
the
no idea what that
time,
one
they,
says.
they were together. I don't know what's going on anymore, but I don't think they're together anymore. But that's who I got the travel trailer from, and that's I believe what this is the bill of sale. I thought I resubmitted that.
That's the only one that we had. That
Yeah.
is or at least the best copy of one that we have. Here. Yeah. So this was a. I'm sorry. You said
Bill of
title
sale.
or bill? Okay. Bill of sale for the travel trailer.
Right.
Okay, and that's going to be with this one.
Right.
Okay, so that's a 2000 fifth wheel travel trailer. I'm selling this in the amount of $18,000 for $500 a month. Okay, making first payment 2015. So this was from 2015. Okay, on 3/5/2015. Okay, she'll remain to pay until the above is paid. Okay, and that was the address where you live, I guess.
Yeah.
151 Estates. Okay. So that's this. Now this was the travel trailer. These are the pictures you said. Was this the damage to the travel trailer that you had? Okay. So these were both damaged, these are multiple. There are multiple pictures that you
Multiple
sent
pictures,
in.
Yeah, it's not one picture.
Yeah, and this is the travel trailer that you took pictures of in your backyard or something. Okay. So this is from the backyard. Now.
That's where Mike.
I apologize.
Okay. That was Mike Murphy and Joe Bruno. Okay. So do they
This is where it
both
gets
work for this
interesting.
company?
I think this guy does.
Which one?
Joe.
Joe Bruno works for J&B. Oh well, is that the
I'm
J&B?
thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like looking at it like think.
I didn't know this had.
Okay.
This was a
And then
surprise to me when I
Mike
saw
Murphy
this name
works there too.
merged
I
with
don't
the paper.
think
This
Mike
one
works
threw me off.
there.
Okay.
I didn't know how to react.
Okay. But this is
I
the
just gave her a
company
look, I
that
go, "Oh my
took
God."
the.
That was my
Accepted
alias.
the Scrap.
Okay, so they took all the scrap. They came to your house, took all the scrap, took
They
it
didn't
off.
come to my house. They took it there.
They took
They hauled off the
whatever
trailer.
was left, though.
Right. and
Okay,
they-
but so where did they get it from? From the house, though, or
what do you mean?
Like
They got the scrap from
Now
me.
it's not an alien.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's what I mean. They came to the house, picked up the scrap,
Right.
and then they took it off somewhere.
Right.
Okay, all right. Just making sure. So it's Mike Murphy, Joe Bruno.
All I did was take my mother's maiden name.
This one's hard to read. Dear FEMA.
I understand. I'm trying to my best.
When I was on the run back in the 90s, I had a license in that
please,
name.
go ahead.
But if I got pulled over for speeding or any traffic violation, they didn't know it was me. So I would just get a ticket. They would let me go when I had warrants.
Appeal for my trailer
I was always ahead of the police. When you got cops in the family and stuff like that, you learn to get it. You learn
writing
to.
them a letter stating what
You learn
that
how to
was
stay
right
ahead
there.
of them. So.
What the letter was? The
Right.
Joe Bruno letter?
Yes.
Okay, all right. And then there's nothing on the back of that one.
Joe Bruno's not a nice
There's another
guy.
one that's kind of hard to read. To FEMA, I'm sending this letter in response
Okay,
to
the inspector at the location, Unity, yeah. Okay, I know what that is. That's when the last inspector came out. Because I reappealed it. I appealed and appealed and appealed. And they sent another inspector out, and she was nasty. And I couldn't get from Clearwater there. And I asked her if I could meet her at the Dunkin' Donuts because I didn't feel comfortable going there.
Okay.
And she was nasty. So I wrote and I told them about it. That's what that letter is.
Okay, I'm just reading the end right now.
They wanted to get into detail, but it's pretty gruesome.
My life completely destroyed, as well as my life has been turned upside down due to not only Irma, but something very bad happened to me. I do not wish to go into details as the...
Stephanie, that was the lady I talked to, ID number.
Oh, okay,
told me I did not,
That's okay.
Basically, she didn't tell me. She told me I did not need to go into details, explicit details.
Okay. All right. So this was talking about that rep then. Okay. I think this is also the back of it too. That might have been the more question. No, it's okay. My home was destroyed. I would like to replace it. What? Something happened to me can never be repaired. Okay. This right here. This was, I'm assuming, tell me if I'm wrong, was this the lease for the Clearwater? This looks like the one for Clearwater, as far as I know. In fact, I think it looks like it says, I see Clearwater right there a little bit. So this was the lease for Clearwater, correct?
It looks like it, but that looks like my daughter's name. That doesn't look like Clearwater. There's an S right there.
I think that's the property name right there. That's the property address.
Sorry.
The name's up there. I see right here. It looks like a INA Catalano right there. INA Cata. But I mean, it's hard to read. But I mean, I think it keeps going.
I can get better documents and give them to you if you want them.
Well, let's just see. So just for this at least. So there's so 1100. Okay, there's the 1100. Then here it keeps going. Conditions of sale. So this was all the lease for Clearwater, correct?
Right.
And this is a copy of it as well. So it's just another version that you sent in. I know they're kind of hard to read, but
That you probably got two of them because I had to resend it. That one because of this, I think the darkness, and I don't know if it's the same thing.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's hard. It's hard to read these. Okay, so then keep going. If electric bill runs over 150. Okay, so all right, Melba Serpa. Who was that?
She was the lady that I had to pay the rent to Clearwater for.
All right, so she's the landlord for Clearwater. Landlord for Clearwater. Okay. And then this is you. So there we go. Yeah. So there's your signature for this one. Okay. So this is all then the lease for Clearwater. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This was a document. What you said before, you said you needed paper. I assume this is the same thing because it looks like it's the same back.
So you can mark it out.
So this has nothing to do with.
No,
Okay. All right.
Schoolwork. It looks like glossary terms. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then this right here is, that's just another copy of that same one. So this was also the lease for Clearwater. Yeah. Okay, so now we're almost done. These receipts right here, okay, so these were for Clearwater. Yep. At least that's where you put them under. So these are the Clearwater ones, correct? Yep. All right, so these are all rent receipts for Clearwater. That was Melba Serpa. So she signed all these. And am I correct? She signed all these? Okay. So she signed all these, and this is all. Sorry, I can't even read.
This is where it gets ugly.
I think it's this page.
This is where it starts going bad right here, real bad.
July.
Oh, you're right. Oh, sorry, you're right. Yeah, July and then August. Okay.
Like
So
I got
July and
tons
August.
to listen to him
That's-
play
yeah,
dumb.
that's your right,
Like,
July,
like I was supposed to
okay.
be dumb and fall for
So
the
then
crap.
today's July. See, here's another one of that form again. That
Yeah.
same form.
Hey.
Okay, so July 11. This was the same thing. Okay. And we'll keep this here. Now, this was all right. So this also Melba Serpa, right?
Clearwater.
Yeah. So she signed all these, correct?
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, her signature.
Yeah. This was all hers. And that's April 3. So it's April, May, and
June.
another May one here too.
April, May,
And then that looks like May 7, May
3rd.
3rd, and then April. Okay. I think that's like these two are copies right here, I think. And then
He
what
thinks,
is this?
he did a
Hope
lot
we
of
went over
thinking.
this one already. This was another copy that you sent in, I
Right.
guess, because you talked about this one already. All right, so November 2018, December 2018, January 2018. These were all the receipts for Clearwater, because Melba's on there, correct?
And the address is on there. It should be.
Address.
It was on the other one.
Is it on this one?
It was on the other one.
Here, it is this one. But that's Melba's signature,
Right.
right? Okay, so that's Melba's.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. So that was the same thing. This, I can't even really
Sorry.
read that one. Yeah.
Okay, I was awarded. Okay. What date is that? 20th January. Just to get my images. That was
So what is
it was
this-
a-
what
it
is
was
this
an appeal-
saying?
It was one of the appeal letters.
This is an appeal letter that you sent to FEMA?
Yes, it is.
For what part?
I think the to have code enforcement. Yeah. So Bob and Lisa were going to we're going to for down payment. This was. I know it was an appeal.
If you're not sure, don't.
I am not. I want to
Commit
say.
to it.
I don't want to say
That's
something
fine.
wrong and then it not be. And
That's
then
fine, and that's why, and you can tell
wanna say-
I'm having a hard time reading this too. I mean, it's very difficult to read this one document. So, I mean, I don't want you to say anything
wanna
that you're
say it
not
was
sure.
maybe
I'm
an
just
appeal.
Curious what it was.
I want to say it sounds like it because it has to be a total loss appeal maybe.
Okay. All right,
Or it's
like,
going to go
but that's
to-
fine. That's like, if you don't know what it says, then I agree. I don't want you to say anything.
all
You know,
right.
yeah. If you don't know
Lawyer.
what this is, and I think these.
Might be the same.
Yeah, let me check. So this one, I think. All right. So yeah, here's more of the receipts. This is, I think, the same receipts that we saw already.
Yeah.
Yeah, January. So November, December, January. It looks like you just sent them in a couple times. Okay.
Yeah, because if they say they didn't receive them or something, or they send me a letter stating that they didn't get them, then I'd have to read them
Now, what is MM?
month to month.
Month to month? Oh, okay, okay. All right. So this one was 900. So
We already had that one.
we went over this one. Well, why is this one two? Oh, this is all right. So this was your first and last month
Right.
for when you moved in.
Correct.
All right, so that's first and last. This is the deposit. So now, 'cause I was wondering why the dollar amounts are different, because you have 900, 2200, then 1100.
Right.
All right, so this was the March 3 to April 3. That's the first month, last month, and that one's a deposit.
Correct.
Okay, and that's all the month to month, and that was Melba Serpa. I got another one here.
Overcharge.
4390 overcharge and electric bill. Okay. That was for the Clearwater. Oh, yeah, Melba Serpa's on there. I could see here. I could see here that it says like the Serpa, but I can't tell what the rest of this is. Is this a rent payment? Like a rent receipt?
It says September, October.
Well, we stopped.
Right.
So these are rent receipts. Okay. All right.
NJ Wade down. You're not. You
You see what I mean, though?
When I
Like, a lot of
talk,
these
you don't hear
documents
it.
are very difficult to read.
because I was had a difficult
this
time.
one is
I
another
couldn't
one.
get,
That's
because it
pretty
was
difficult to
47
read.
minutes long. I had to break it up.
I can read
and I
like
didn't know
these
how to
words
have a
over
program
here, but I
to-
can't really read any of
I
that.
would
I'll
put
start
the
over.
killing
I don't care.
as
I
the
got plenty of
killer.
time to do this right tonight.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Again, on
Just tell me,
my-
NJ, send me a send me a DM on Twitter. Tell me exactly how bad it is. Because I mean, it sounds unless I
Let's say appeal
good
to-
on my end.
Let's say appeal.
This says appeal right
Yeah.
here, appealing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Get
again.
the volume all the way up.
I'd like to do with your. I would do.
Thank you for the
without-
$2.
You. Sorry, my plan is cheaper. Being the
Something. Does it say dad died recently?
dad died recently.
Your dad died?
My dad, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something happened to me.
Another lie.
If possible, I can get this done. Okay, recently. See, yeah, this one's kind of hard to read.
I mean, I could reprint them or whatever if he has need me to.
Well, this looks like it was written.
In the
No,
clink,
they
we
reprint
already
it,
went to the
like, on,
clink.
like, you know, if I
You
had
understand? We already
Oh,
get
on the
accountable.
phone.
We already did
Okay.
our time.
Or whatever
You
it was.
understand that they can't put you
Alright.
back in
But I
because
don't
they
know if I
Brian?
get any different
You know
results
how that
or
works?
not like that.
You know what double jeopardy
Here's
is?
the last page too. Put this all together. This thing keeps flying everywhere. Okay. Oh, damn it. Let's see.
Because it's going to come out anyhow in the election.
This right here,
Habitat
I'm getting ahead of it.
Habitat for
Furniture.
Human. Oh, it's furniture that you bought.
Yeah.
All right, so you bought
Why do you
this
care why I'm playing
for this is the Clearwater address. I can see that part. I can see so Clearwater address. So you bought the dryer and everything like that, and this is all stuff for the Clearwater address.
Yep.
Okay. All right, and this is all sent to FEMA. Now this one too.
Yep.
This is another one right here.
Yep.
Who's this?
It's a federal.
And-
This is the very first time the feds
Does that say
came
Santiago?
and interviewed us.
Looks like, yeah. It says M.
OG
Santiago.
Mama Nick.
Or
This is
H.
the actual feds tape. This is the part of discovery.
Yeah. Was this someone from?
You know what? No, this isn't. Is this Habitats?
This one says Habitat. The other one, that one's.
Hey,
it
NJ
looks like
Range,
it
you
was-
want to come
Yeah,
on?
it does
Want to
say
come on with me?
Habitat
The other one doesn't.
Want me to send you the
I
link?
don't think. Oh no, this says Habitat right there.
I wrote
You're right.
that there.
Okay.
What about you, OG
So this
Mama
was
Nick?
there.
Oh, you know what it was? Because what's his name? Mommy worked. His mother worked there.
Who?
Pedro's mother. That's why it says Santiago on there.
Okay, so this is a receipt, but this is stuff.
Or
that
she volunteered.
you-
I'm sorry, because she's trying to get a house. That's what it is.
But I'm just trying to get this straight. So this is stuff that
I purchased
you purchased from
from-
Habitat for Humanity, and this is just a receipt that they're giving you for all the items.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
All right.
Maribel or Yerbel, whatever her name is.
Okay.
Cat again?
I don't know.
And she signed all this.
Yes.
Okay.
The ones I got
All right.
aggressive to and almost bring up his
I've
partner.
had 40 cats.
All right. So that's these are all the documents though. This is everything that you have that, or it's the vast majority of the things that we had trouble
ready to,
seeing, and like it looks like the important things like the leases and the rent
extinct.
receipts and stuff like that. Okay.
The lady can tell me, I know the lady.
So here's the
She's a
thing.
cat.
Here's the thing. We've been looking into this for a while now.
Here it
okay?
goes. Listen to this
We have
carefully.
been looking into this case for a while. All right. Now, we obviously came out here. We wanted to talk, get your side of the story. Okay. But there's a lot of things in here that I know are lies. I know are false. Okay.
Okay, like what? Can you tell me?
I'm going to tell you quite a few things. Okay. So we interviewed.
Grab that cigarette.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Well, hold on. Hurry up, babe. I just want to see what he has. I want to see what he's got on here. It says he's right. In there, tell Fro to give it to you. No, I got a lighter.
All right, so here's the deal, and I'm going to be honest. Okay, I'm going to tell you everything, or this is the stuff that I 100%
I'm sure he's going to be honest.
know is fraud. Okay.
Wait, hold on.
No, let me finish.
Okay.
I'm going to finish. I gave you a chance to talk to all your stuff. Okay. So here's the deal. Now, we interviewed dozens of people with this case.
Okay.
Okay. We've looked at all the documents. We've talked to a bunch of different people. We subpoenaed different things. We know all this information already. So I'm out here and John's out here. We're out here to give this opportunity, okay, to tell us the truth, okay? Because this is your one chance. We're not coming back out again, okay? I would love to, after this conversation, we're going to go talk to the prosecutor, okay? Because there is a prosecutor on this case, okay? And we're going to tell him either they were cooperative or they weren't. Okay, So this is your one chance to come clean with us. And I just want to let you know.
Well, now we get over here, and now this is like.
Sir,
This is formal, so you come
sir,
up here.
you're going to wait. You're going to hold
You're under
on.
arrest today? You're under arrest.
No, she's not under arrest.
Come next to me.
She cannot.
She cannot?
No, and if you start
Just relax. Just relax.
and remove you.
Stop, Joe.
You understand what I'm saying, Joe?
Really?
Yes.
Please.
You got to relax.
I give a fuck.
You
I'm
got to
ready
relax.
beat
She's
the
not
fuck
getting
out of
arrested
this
today.
It's okay, listen,
Okay?
I already know.
So relax.
Be restrained, do you?
Please don't.
You want to restrain?
Don't.
No, I don't.
Don't do it.
Stop.
Just relax.
Then relax.
There's no reason to escalate
This
this.
is her decision whether or not she wants to talk, not yours.
Okay?
Sit there and be quiet.
Now we're going to tell you
Yeah, that
what
works.
I know.
I'm going to get an attorney.
Stand there and be quiet. Yeah, I shut
She
up
can do
already.
what she wants to do.
Look.
You're not her legal
I'm
counsel.
listening.
Okay.
I'm her husband.
All right. So you're willing to keep
I didn't know I
talking,
lived.
correct?
I didn't
Okay.
live. I lived
All
in
right.
America.
That's
I
fine.
thought I
wanna know
could
who you
speak my
interviewed
fucking mind if I
and
wanted.
No, I'm not going to tell you all the details on who I interviewed, but I'm going to tell you what I. Hold on, wait, just wait. I give you the opportunity to talk. I give you the opportunity to talk. Okay. So here's the deal. Okay, these are the things that I 100% know
Okay.
are fraud. Okay. I know that you lived with Joe the whole time and that you weren't separated and that you lived in the mobile home. Hold on, wait. Okay.
Go ahead.
I know that you didn't live in the travel trailer. Okay. I know that you lived in the mobile home. I know that you submitted fake Clearwater lease and that you forged all the signatures for Melba Serpa. Okay, these are all things I know. No, stop. I'm telling you right now. This is not up for debate anymore.
I'm not saying it.
Okay, this is all the stuff that I know.
Did you go over there to
I've talked to all these people.
You
Yes,
spoke to the landlord over
I
there?
did. Yeah.
What
I
did
talked to
he
all these
say?
people. I talked to all these people. I'm just telling you right now. This you're digging yourself in a hole. Look, this is not stuff that I'm up for debate with. This is the stuff that I already know is fraud. This is your one opportunity. You can fight it all you want. This is coming no matter what. Okay. There is already a prosecutor assigned to this case. This is already going to come. So if you want to talk to us and cooperate, that's great. If not,
Prosecutor.
I'm not telling you all that. Okay. There's a prosecutor on this case. Okay. Ready? So look, we have the fake Clearwater
Shut up,
lease.
Joe.
Just relax, Joe.
I just said, no. No, I cannot.
There are forged signatures. Melba Serpa did not sign
Couldn't
all
shut
those.
me up.
Those are all
Trust
forged.
me, he-
Okay,
he-
that was all
he
forged.
wasn't
You forged all
successful
that.
at all.
There are many fake Clearwater rent receipts, and you forged the signatures on those. Okay.
Keep going.
You lived on Mars Street
Here he's
in Inverness
violating her
until
rights.
September of 2018, and you didn't move to Clearwater in that time.
Okay.
Okay. You also, Melba Serpa was never your landlord. We know that.
Okay.
Melba Serpa, you impersonated her on a phone call with FEMA on December 15, 2018. Joe, relax.
Joe,
Joe,
what the fuck?
relax.
Oh my
What are you doing?
He's detaining me.
Just hold. You can leave.
I want to go call the
You can leave at any time.
Really?
Do you want to leave? You can leave right now.
In the house.
Really?
Go in the house.
He tried to.
You could go in the house.
I tried. He won't let me.
He can't go in the house.
All right, that's fine.
All right, that's all right. You can.
Idiot didn't even have handcuffs. He had to ask him for
I'm
handcuffs.
disabled. Number one. I'm not going to tell you.
Look,
I'll fuck
Why
that
are
guy
you
up.
doing this?
why is he being difficult? I don't know why he's being difficult. We're trying to talk to you here, and all he had to do was just relax. We tried many times to tell him to relax, and he
They
did
were
not want to.
railroading her, and I know what they were trying to do.
Okay? Look, we got to worry about our safety here.
Yeah, no, I
Okay?
Fuck you, baby.
I am worried about him trying to act on us and trying to do something to us. Okay? That is our fear right now.
Right.
Okay? We have no
They
idea
were
what his
fearing
intentions
me.
are.
They were afraid.
very brutally, and that like.
They saw a cycle come out of me.
treating him like
They didn't
shit.
want to
He
unleash
is not
that
treating him
monster.
like shit. Okay? He had to.
He's got a torn nucleus too.
Okay, he had to detain him
understand.
because Joe was being very disruptive and he was coming at John right now, okay?
Yeah.
So
Look,
if
John's
Joe
looking
would
at
have
him,
calmed
busted
down,
fucking
John
head
would
open.
not have had to do that.
Okay, I understand.
Okay?
Sir, I understand.
Okay. You understand why we had to do that? You get it? Okay. All right, look. Do you want to finish this? Do you want me to keep telling you everything that we found? Okay. Melba Serpa was never your landlord. You impersonated her on a phone call with FEMA personnel on December 15, 2018. I know this. I know this.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I do. Look, it's not about who's telling me. I also know that all the phone numbers that you listed in all these documents were yours. We subpoenaed all this. We already know all this information. Everything came back to you.
Keep going.
You sent a forged estimate from Key Scott Enterprises for travel trailer repair. That was not his estimate, okay? That was a forged document that you sent, and you signed it, and that was not his signature, okay? And then he also, you impersonated his wife on a phone call with FEMA personnel on December 21, 2018, okay? When you called up and said that you were Keith Scott's wife, that was all impersonated. You impersonated that entire thing, okay? That was not, so you recognize that you did this.
Voice analysis.
No, I don't.
All right, well then this, you know what, if you don't want to cooperate, that's fine. You sent FEMA multiple letters with numerous lies in order to commit fraud. You sent FEMA a forged letter from JB Junk and Salvage during your Scrap Your Trailer. That's not a real company. It's not a real company. Joe Bruno is your husband, okay? That's not, there is no real Joe Bruno.
Wait, what?
There is no real Joe, look,
He's my husband?
Joe Bruno is not, and he was no junk,
Damn,
JB Junk
had an
himself.
alias
That
for
is your husband
25
right there.
years. They got
Carolina's
it.
my husband.
Yes, I know Jetta Catalano is your husband. That is his alias, okay? We already know that's his alias. That's his
Okay.
nickname.
Fucked up a good thing.
Okay? We know that JB Junk and Salvage is not a real company. We already know this.
Right.
So you sent in a forged document with saying that it was. That they took all your information and scrapped it. Sent FEMA fake pictures of your travel trailer that you never owned. That travel trailer,
That's
those pictures
true.
that you sent
These are all
were
the dumb
not
things
from
that I-
yours.
that I
We
tried
already
to drive.
confirmed that those pictures were all from Hurricane Harvey. You took those from online. We already know that. We already know this. We already know this. This is not up for debate.
Okay,
So you
keep
could
going,
sit
keep
here and
going,
laugh.
Keep going.
No, that's all I need to do. That's all I need to do.
I'm not laughing.
That's all I
Look,
need to
ma'am.
do. I'm
Look,
I'm gonna tell you right
leave
now. This
I'm
is
scared.
This is your one opportunity. This is your one opportunity to come clean with us. Okay?
What do you want me to say? Yeah, I did all that.
I want to tell the truth. I want to tell the truth.
What? Listen,
Look.
I sit here. You asked me to go through the documents with
You
you.
get
Did
a
I?
written
you
confession. She gets
Did I
30
cooperate with
years.
you?
You
That's what he was
cooperated, but
hoping
you were
for.
telling me lies the whole
Listen,
time.
Listen, you asked me what each document was. I gave you the information on what each document
And you
was.
lied about each
Did
one.
Did I not?
You lied about each one. Yes. Yep.
I don't have to lawyer up. Just let me tell you something right now. You want to stand here and try to incriminate me?
I'm not trying to incriminate you. This is
you
all
were.
the
Yes, you
evidence that
was.
we already had against
Most
you.
definitely was.
We can go to where I was living over here in Clearwater, and we'll show, well, I could prove to you.
Okay.
You talked to the landlord over there?
Yeah.
What'd she say?
I already talked to them. I'm not going to tell you what they said.
Okay, that's fine. And I want to know who the
Now he wants to
prosecutor is,
clam
'cause
up. You don't
I
want
can't
to
get that
talk to him.
information, right? It's legal, right?
Yeah, there's a prosecutor up in Ocala. You could just say your name.
Yeah.
Call up the federal courthouse in Ocala. If you want to talk to a prosecutor, you can talk to him there.
And you can't give me his name?
Nope. You just call the United States Attorney's Office. Call the U.S. Attorney's Office. Tell them your name, and then they will direct you
What
to
a
a prosecutor.
fucking joke.
Do you have a card?
I can tell you my name.
Yeah, what's your,
My name
Tell
is
you
Lou
name.
Billier.
Billinger. Yeah.
B-I-A-R-D?
LL. Nope. Y-E-R.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Y-E-R.
B-I-L-A-R-Y?
B-I-L-L-Y-E-R.
Billier.
And you have my phone number ready because you guys called.
B-I-L-Y-E-R.
Yep.
And the prosecutor's in the federal courthouse in Ocala.
Mm-hmm. It's the U.S. Attorney's Office in Ocala.
Do I ask for the U.S. Attorney's office or the federal courthouse?
No, it's the U.S. Attorney's Office is the prosecutor. The federal courthouse is just where the court actually is held.
Okay.
This is your chance.
It's your chance. Come confess. Write
I'm
it
just
down.
saying you should just think about what you're doing here.
Yeah, you should think about it. Yeah, listen to me. I'm the one that's I'm gonna get you 20 years. instead of
Just
5.
realize we've been running this case for over a year.
Yeah, more
We
like
already
2
know
years.
all the answers to this stuff. This was your one opportunity to come clean to me.
I would trust
And that's
the Fed,
all.
yeah.
Or sitting here, you're trying to blatantly sit here and tell me that
Yeah,
I
now
didn't
she
live
wants
in
to
the
listen to
travel
me.
trailer in the back.
Now she wants
Okay,
to-
did
I
you
told
go
you
ask the
just walk
neighbors?
away
I'm sure you
an hour
did.
before
What
this
did Bob
happened.
say?
I'm not telling you what any of the neighbors said.
Because it matters to me.
But I can't tell you what any of them said.
Yes, you can.
I can't
Yes,
tell
you
you.
can.
What is it called? To face the accuser?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's
You
your
don't
choice
think
how you want to go
somebody
All she had to
forward.
say was lawyer up a neighbor
Say,
that
slander my name and say I did this or I didn't do that. I know damn sure I did.
Okay.
Oh, you can laugh all you
wanted to
want.
I'm
know
not
what they
laughing.
had on
I
her.
am not laughing.
She
This is a
could-
very
we
no.
could-
I'm not.
we could
This is
figure
a
there
very.
was a way
I know that. This is a very serious matter, and that's why I'm surprised that you are not taking it seriously because there is a lot of incriminating
I
information
take it
here.
very seriously.
Okay.
More than what you know.
That's your choice. Look, I gave you the opportunity to come clean. That's it.
Yeah,
If
you
you don't
did.
want to, that's
You
fine.
did.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
We'll
But
praise you
that's it.
now.
I'm
Thank you
we're
for the
gonna leave now.
opportunity.
If you don't want to come clean and tell me the truth, this is your one opportunity to do so, and that's it.
So you want me to sit here and tell you that?
The truth.
Okay, I did what you asked me to do yesterday. Did I or did I not?
What did I ask you
said
yesterday?
you wanted to see what the document said. So I told you exactly what the document said, right? That's what you said you were coming here for.
Yep.
And
That's
I
what he
did
lied
that,
about
right?
for. Yeah, he lied.
You told me what the document said, but they were all lies.
He
You
lied.
wanted from me.
No, I want the truth. That's what I want.
You wanted.
I want the truth. I gotta
you
know.
said-
I gotta know.
Yeah, and now I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now. Look, everything you said before, I know that was all a lie, but that's
Wait, what'd
okay.
you say?
Everything you said before, all the stuff that we talked about, these documents, these forged signatures, these forged leases that you sent, it's all a lie. I know that. But here's the thing.
Okay, because
I'm willing.
you went-
I'm willing to
because
look
I had-
past that
because I
if you
had
were to
been in
come
prison,
clean
so
right
I
now
had
and tell me the
been in
truth.
prison? Is
No,
that why?
has nothing to
He's
do
a
with you being in
liar.
prison.
You'd have
Sure it
never
does.
let
No,
her
it
off the
doesn't.
hook.
Go believe somebody else that hasn't been in prison, right?
No, no. It has to do with all the people and all the documents and all the subpoenas and all the records.
No, it has something to do with that FEMA was stealing,
already knew
and you guys
is all
covered it
false
up.
documents.
Okay,
so you sent all these false documents, and the fact that you don't want to actually own up to this, that's your choice. I can't change any of that. I'm not
That's
trying
what
to
this whole
tell you
thing
to.
was
I just
about.
wanted the
Why they
truth,
came after
which I
everybody
already
like
know. But if you don't want to tell us, that's fine. That's fine.
government-
That's your choice. But I'm just telling you,
Government
this is your
boss was
one
stealing with his
opportunity to
crew.
do so, because
And they
I'm
got
not coming
caught,
back
and
out.
they
And I'm
did a
going to go
big
talk to the
investigation to
prosecutor
take
right
the heat
after
off of
this.
them.
And I'm going to say either one, you know what? She made a mistake. She sent in some false documents. But hey, sir, she is being cooperative.
Yeah,
She's being cooperative, and I just want you to know that. I can't tell you what they're going to do with that information. I don't have that ability.
Anything
But what
you
I
would've said
can
to
tell
them
you
would
is
help
that I
anyhow.
will tell the prosecutor that you're being cooperative if you
Yeah,
were to own up to everything right now. But the
Give a
problem is
confession
that you're
now,
not
good.
being cooperative. You're trying to fight this. And if you're going to do that, I'm going to tell them. I'm going to say, look, she did not want to own up to it. She does not want to, confess and tell us what
She
really
didn't have
happened,
to.
what the truth
You
was.
talked to her without
So
a lawyer.
if that's your call, this has to be your decision. I can't help you with that. I can just tell you what the outcome is. This is going to go forward one way or the other. So if you want to come
One way or
clean,
the other, right? You said one way or the other. So if I sit there and say all those documents are lies, which they're not,
which they are,
which they're not.
okay,
Okay, you can say whatever you want.
okay.
Honestly.
I'm very surprised that you're taking this approach
Were you
because of how much evidence we have. I have
taking
never
no
seen
You
I have
understand?
never
I'm not
seen as
taking no
much
approach.
evidence in a case as I have with this one
I'm
for
not
these
taking
for
no
these
approach.
individual
Why are you
assistance
saying
cases.
I'm taking this approach when I'm not taking no approach?
That you're not willing to own up to the fact that you made a mistake and that you submitted false documents and false leases and
Basically,
false
you're
rent
telling me y'all
receipts.
don't have a case and you want me to make a case.
No, that is not what I'm telling you.
Is that what you're saying to me?
No, I ran this case for a year. I know that we have a case.
You ran it for you.
So I'm just letting you know right now. That's the deal right now. So
if they thought that it was something wrong with it, this is what I don't understand. If they were fake, why would they keep paying?
That's what the feds do. That's the part she didn't
all right.
understand.
Ma'am,
they
if you don't
catch you,
want
they
to,
don't-
if
they
you
don't
don't
stop
want to
the
work with
payment.
us and
They let it
cooperate
go
with us,
through.
that's perfectly fine. You don't have to. I'm not telling you had to from the beginning. So if you don't want to talk to us, you don't want to own up to this. I'm not going to stay
He
here.
just lied.
We're not going
I
to
told
stand
her to
here
shut
all
up. He
day
made me fucking
just
put me in
debating
handcuffs.
this. This is not up for debate. I'm done. If you don't want to tell us the truth for once, then we're going to leave. That's fine. So it's your call. Last time.
Nothing to do
This is
with
your
the
last
truth,
chance.
though. It's not what you wanted. You wanted the conviction of 30 years.
Are you willing to admit to it?
I'm not admitting to nothing.
Okay. All right.
I'm sorry.
Well, then we're going to leave. We're
Bye.
leaving.
You show me who said
Bye,
what.
Felicia.
I'm not showing you any of that.
But I have the right, I thought.
No, you do not have a right. You have the
Yeah,
right.
but she does.
You have the right to face your accuser. If you want to go to trial and you can get all that information out, that's your choice. But I am not going to tell you about who I talked to, tell you their information. They have a
You
privacy
gotta
right there
discover-
too.
Well,
And
it's
I'm
called
not gonna do that.
discovery, jerk off.
Okay.
That's the process that's going to happen with the attorneys.
You must indulge everybody you talk to and their statements.
Yep.
Information that we have. Very true.
Oh, that's fine. I
Yep.
understand
Two
that.
words you just said.
So, yeah.
Bye. So scared they left the recorder on. They thought I was going to run up on them after they unhooked up. They kept the little recorder on all the way until they got in the car and locked their
To
door.
the federal prosecutor.
Federal prosecutor, and then they'll make the decision when they're gonna indict you. And how does that work? Will she get local police come arrest her, or will the federal police come arrest her?
We're gonna have to play it by ear.
Can she turn herself in?
She would have that opportunity, most
You
likely.
guys will give her that opportunity.
I don't know. I can't tell you that or not.
You can let them know that if she is going to be arrested, we will go drive there and turn herself in.
Okay.
You need to-
Well, that's recorded. I mean, it's recorded right here, so the prosecutor will know.
I give you my word on that.
Well, I mean, you've been very disruptive, so I can't really trust all of your words right
You didn't
now.
like the way I talked to you?
No rights have been violated.
No more
Okay.
time. We're done.
All right.
I had plenty of rights to
So
violate.
we're gonna leave now. I'm gonna keep the recorder on until we're in the car
I
and
know, 'cause
driving.
you're a scared pussy, like I told you were.
You two have a good day.
Fuck you. That's what I told her.
Oh, yeah. No, great. I'll be talking to Colonel Ferris in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, goodbye. See you later.
What a dick.
Yeah, I'm a dick. You better believe, motherfucker. You're lucky you had your handcuffs.
Okay, this is Special Agent Lou Billiard, DHS-OIG.
Lou Billiard.
It is currently approximately 12:32 p.m. on January 31st of 2020. We just left the property. We are in the car driving away.
Scared to death. Had to give it
I'm
all
gonna
the
end
way.
the recording now.
Fuck you. Bye. All right. What a genius that guy was, huh? So that was the very first time, well, the next day, and that was my mistake. I admit that. I made a big fucking mistake when they came to the door, and I told him he wasn't there, and he was poking around and asked me stupid questions. I told a lie, but I should have never let them come back the next day. That was my mistake. It could have been a whole different outcome. Now, when he did come back, I'm gonna tell you that the 7 key pieces of documents were so incriminating. They were bad. Which I had knew that there were some mistakes made. But when I first found out about it, I begged her, please, 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 don't mess with this. You don't have the experience for this. You're over your head, please. And I go, I can't believe you're doing this. I thought you told me you were going to do this. And then finally I said, I couldn't talk her out of it. And I tried to get, did you turn any documents in? Fuck no. You didn't see me sign nothing. I didn't sign shit or write anything up. So now that's January 31st, 2020. They came the 30th. The next day, when we called them at night, when I told her, well, let's just say what they're going to say. My mistake. I regret doing that. That's the one regret I regret doing it without consulting an attorney. I should have never fucking let them come back to talk. I should have never. I broke my own fucking rule. I should know better than that. But I knew she was up. She was a little nervous, and she's never had any problem with the feds before, So I try to tell her how they're different, and they don't usually come out unless they got solid evidence, which I saw the evidence. I knew that there was enough evidence to put her in prison for sure, because she had just got out of prison. She's only been out of prison at that point 5 years or 4 years or whatever, and so I knew that they had a case. I didn't think they had a case against me until I went back and I listened to these other tapes that maybe I'll play down the road. Where I did, my attorney made me over and over and over and over listen to it, and I think it was this one where I probably told about 2 or 3 lies. Right to they knew that if I wasn't aggressive with them, if I didn't get aggressive with them, he told me he would have never indicted me, because he deeply knew when the investigation for 2 years, I was nowhere near the paper. I was nowhere near the scam. I mean, they had followed me around, me going to have a nice time in shops and restaurants, and but hey, that's if I was pulling a scam, she would be doing the same thing. So that's one name enough. But I knew there was a problem. I found the holes after I found out, and I knew that. I told her, I said, I got a bad. So when 4 or 5 months went by, and she goes, I think we're off the hook. I go, no. It was still a pandemic, number one. So I'm cruising the internet on September 7th, 8th, or something like that. And I'm going, and I start looking up in the federal court, and I saw sealed papers with her name on it. Now, when I signed up for the account at the Ocala courthouse, it took me to sealed paper, but I had to go through this prompts to open it. Once I got in there and opened them, they had to come. They had to come because they weren't ready to serve him yet. They had already got the indictment. They already went to the grand jury, which was in the 9th month. Once I discovered them and knew about it, they become unsealed, because at that point I didn't find out because they served us. I found out because I went into the system, and they just happened to be there, but they were still sealed. But still was able to. When you make an account, was still able to see the case. So I opened the fucking little files, and there they were, the indictments. So now they got to officially come out and get you. So he called, and if you remember, I asked him in the tape, if you're going to indict her, just call. We'll come. We don't have to come knocking, kicking our doors in, because they had a little grandbaby. I don't want him to go through that. So he goes, he remembered. He goes, he cooled off after 9 months, I guess. He says, you remember when you asked me about if the opportunity to turn yourself in? I go, yes. He goes, I'm going to honor that. He goes, it is what it is, what happened. He says, but we don't need to talk about that. He goes, but did you get the other indictment because you're indicted too? I said, oh yeah, I saw that. So he goes, well, be here on the 10th at 10:30 in the morning at the Ocala courthouse. Turn yourself in. We'll be waiting for you in the lobby. Okay. We got there 10:15. They come strolling through from the elevator, and who was with us? I think our daughter was with us. I think my sister was with us. I don't know, a bunch of people with us. So we're giving our personal. I don't want to lock nothing up with them, because the feds, you can't take nothing with you. They throw your shit out. You're not allowed to bring your wallet. They don't, like when you go to state prison, they put everything in a bag, and you put your number on it, and you get it when you get out. Feds don't do that. They toss it. So I gave everything in my pockets, because we didn't know if once we go see the judge, if they were going to give us a bond. I didn't know that. We didn't have no money to pay. I didn't have the kind of money they wanted for bonds. But I had never been really in that much trouble, and she had a couple of state cases, but so they gave us $250,000 signature bonds. But the fucking bonds out with the federal government is nothing like the state. The state you bond out, whether it's an I bond, whether they release you on your own recognizance or you pay, you're still innocent until you're found guilty in state. So you're still free. You're free to do whatever you want. You're not locked down as long as you show up for court. It's not like that with the feds. The minute the feds let you out, first thing you do is they go up and take a drug test. And I got high all the way to the doors of the courthouse. I was fucking, yeah. I was up. I knew we had to turn ourselves in, so I'd slept the very first night that we talked to them. I think it was the 8th when we found the indictments. So I went to bed that night. I got up and I partied from the 8th in the afternoon all the way till we had to leave in the morning on the 10th. All the way in the vehicle, I fucking got high all the way there. I stopped at a gas station because I ran out of a fucking torch, and I bought me a torch. I went in the gas station. I smoked fucking. I got hired like a fucking blizz out of my head. And then we both were fucked up, and then we drove and parked the car and gave all my stuff to our family, and then we walked to the door, and we got into the lobby, and the marshals go, "Can I help you? Yeah, we got a indictment today. We're turning ourselves in. Okay, names? Oh yeah, here you are, Mr. Catalano. Right? Please sit right over there." At this point, the marshals kind of took us into custody. We're still not cuffed, and we're still not going down to get fingerprinted, but we're there. So now they told us go sit over there. We're pretty much, it's over now. So we really don't have the freedom right now. But they come up from the elevator and they go, okay, the one took her, and the guy that I got in a fight with took me. So he was nice, and then we get to the door. He's getting ready to open the door to take me into the back, and I said, listen to me. Just tell me that you were fucking wrong. He goes, we're not going to talk about that now, he says. And I go, because you're wrong. You won't admit it. You know I was right. You should have never stopped me. When I told her to shut up, I had the right to do that. So anyhow, he goes, I'm not going to talk about it. Let's just forget about that. I go, I can't believe you fucking indict me. He goes, you didn't do what you did. You would never got indicted. He told me straight up. He got me to the door. And he says, if you didn't act like a tough guy, you would have never got indicted. I promise you. We knew you had nothing to do with this. Trust me. I investigated long enough. He goes, but you want to go beating up my partner? He says, I told the prosecutor that, how aggressive you got. And we still, at that point, me and my partner were going to press charges. The prosecutor, he wants your head. And that's true, because Filicetti was his name. And he hated me. He fucking hated me. He's worse than any Dabbleverse fucking troll there is. He called me a fucking liar to 10 Ways a Sunday. All I did, I was a professional con man, and that I was a great actor. And then the judge looked at me and he goes, well, I kind of like Mr. Catalano. He's got a lot of moxie. So, but he said, Mr. Catalano, you're either the greatest actor in the world or the greatest con man in the world, or you're just the nicest guy in the world. I can't figure out which one you are yet. He goes, but do you know, this is when the day I went for sentencing. He goes, 4% of the people go home out of my courtroom. I said, I yes, sir, I did. He goes, and you want to read something to the court? And I wrote this nice letter and be apologetic to the people in the United States and to him. And he goes, that was a very, very, very well thought out thing. He goes, and I believe you were sincere. I said, well, I was. I go, I made a mistake, and I tried to. He goes, we know. I looked at the file. I know you tried to. I just couldn't break her. She wouldn't listen. There was nothing going to change Christina's mind. When you're high, especially a woman, forget it. You ain't changing shit. And I just had, at that point, she's my wife. What am I do? Say, fuck you, I'm going to leave you and just leave? I'm not going to do that. I love her. So I couldn't beat her. I couldn't talk her out of it. So I just said, fuck it. You're already in. Might as well just fucking get as much as we can and fucking see what happens on the back end, which I knew would happen. So he goes, you're going home today. And Christina had just went before me, because she went in 5 minutes before me. When we left the Marion County Jail, the marshal was real nice to me. He goes, come here, Catalano. He goes, this is probably the last time you're going to see your wife, because I know she's getting sentenced and you're going home tonight. I know for a fact. He goes, so I'm going to let you two sit in the van together. Don't be fucking doing something stupid. You're both handcuffs. He goes, I don't care if you kiss her goodbye, he says, but just talk. That's it. He goes, don't be touching on her. Don't be doing that. I got a van full of fucking inmates. I'm not going to do nothing like that and disrespect my wife. So, but he was nice. He let us sit. It was a 6-minute ride from the courthouse from the jail to the courthouse. He let everybody off. He goes, you got 2 minutes. And that's when I kissed her and hugged her. And he goes, all right, Catalan, let's go. He goes, let's go, Christina. You're going to be first. You're going to get in and out. We're going to take you in. You're going to get your sentence, and we're going to take you right back to the jail. So, Joe, this is the last time you're going to stay here, so get your last hug in. I go, okay, thank you very much. So then she went downstairs to where they held the women, and I went up to the fourth floor, and there was a bunch of people in there that were, the male side was packed. There was guys that were already sentenced to 15, 20 years in prison that got caught selling drugs in prison. So there was a guy that he was doing a 20-year bit, and he got caught with 10 ounces of methamphetamine as an inmate. And so they tacked on 5 more years. And he laughed because he came in laughing. He goes, "That fuck was he? I got 20 years. What's 5 more gonna do?" So that's what he got, and he was cool. He was a gangbanger, and we're talking. He was laughing. He goes, "How much did you get?" I go, I got 5 years paper. He goes, "Fuck, man, that's worse than being fucking 5 years." I go, "I know, I didn't want." I was hoping for, because my lawyer said I would get anywhere from 30 days in prison to 60 to 180 days. That's what I scored out at. That was my recidivism and my levels that I was, because I I might have been a criminal, but I didn't get caught a lot. I never got caught. I got caught in Chicago in 89, 90 or whatever, and then nothing until 13. And so I was always under the radar. I was pretty smart what I did. So, and so 5 years probation, and I was still an addict. I knew it was suicide. Well, I knew I was going to miss Christina, so I sheltered myself. I was only allowed to go out of the house. They put me on the monitor. I had to stay on a monitor for a year. So I got 5 years probation. I'm on a monitor, and I only get to go to my psych meeting once a week. My drug test was 3 times a week, and grocery store I got to go once a week for 2 hours, and then I got to go pay the bills once or every 2 weeks. I go pay bills. I had 2 hours. But you could ask for things, It's like this is when I started. I knew I wanted to start losing weight back then in 2020. So I said, I want to walk every day. I want to go out and walk. So I had to write a letter to the judge. The judge granted that I could be out from 9:30 in the morning to 11 o'clock in the morning walking. No worry about. I had the bracelet on, so they could track me. And he always forgot to turn it off, because my phone would ring and it'd be the fucking marshals. You deviated from your place. We're sending the marshals. Go back to there. You're under arrest. I go, I didn't deviate for nothing. Call my probation officer. He knows. So they call him up. Okay, yeah, he forgot to check to turn it off for you. Okay, every day he forgot. And I go, why do you do that, man? You know that they're gonna fucking come get me. And he says, nah. He goes, I forgot. So then he finally got it right. And I walked. I did a lot of walking, and I went into prison. So at this point I still don't know if it was prison, but when I went into prison, I was pretty slimmed up, and I couldn't do it because I missed Christina. I literally took my printer and made at least 150 8x10 photos of Christina, different poses that I had of her, and I posted it in my bedroom. Every wall was covered with with 8x10 of Christina. So every angle of my bedroom, I would see Christina, and I sheltered myself there. Then I failed the drug test. Well, this is what happened. I had failed a drug test. He says, one more, I'm going to have to take you before the judge. So he says, listen, I'll even make it easy for you. If you think you're going to fail, call me the night before, and I'll give you a couple of days to clean up. So he would call me. He started calling me. You're going to test, because I was on color code. But you had white was color code, green was a color code. You had white, green, blue, red, orange. Let's see, orange was you tested once a month with orange. White was 4 times a week. Green was 5 times a week, or 6 times a week rather. White was 4. Yeah, 4. Green was 6. Purple was one every. What was purple? Purple was 3 times a month was purple. Blue was every 2 times a month. Red was 4 times a month, so once a week, and yellow was like every 3 months. So I had violated my bond, so they brought me in, and sentencing was February 19th. February 19th. Today's the date. Today's February 19th. That's right. That's why I knew yesterday was bothering me. February 19th, which just became the 20th now. Exactly 6 years ago, I went before the judge for our sentencing. So it's been 6 years since we got sentenced. So I failed the drug test, and he goes, all right, I'm moving your color code up. You're going to the 6 times a week. So basically every day. So now I'm like, holy fuck, how? There's no way, because I bought this drink. I paid $55 for a drink that would have shipped. I'd buy it by the cases, and I still at this point had a ton of money, so I didn't give a fuck. I had so many Amazon packages coming of this fucking drink. I started ordering at $55 a pop, but it won't work unless it's 24 hours clean. Anything under 24 hours, you're cooked. So, and sometimes at 24 hours, it didn't work, but 48 hours you were safe. I had 48 hours clean into the drink. I would pass the drug test. All right, so this is how dumb I was. This is how fucking upset I was and depressed. And I couldn't function without Christina. I knew I had a drug test. I knew because I call every day in my color code, and I was on 6 times a week. So pretty much every time I call was in the color code. So, I usually got one on Monday. Then like Tuesday I got away with it. Wednesday, but anyhow, 6 days I was doing. So it was very hard to fool this. Very hard. So I get caught. He, from being green, he bumps me up, and I knew that I went and took a test. And I also bought drug tests. I had drug tests come to my house so I could pee before I went there. I'd have to drink it and I'd test to see. And I knew, because Christina would call me from prison. Did you pass the house drug test? And I'm like, no. She goes, oh my God, why did you do this? You promised me you're out. You got to take care of the family. I said, Christina, I can't do this. I can't function. You know I can't. I go, I'm just sheltering myself. I go, all I want to do is get fucking high, and all I do is think about you. I can't do nothing. I go, I'm just in a bad place. So I called him up. I go, he goes, yeah, what can I do for you? He liked me. He goes, because I didn't break no rule. The only rule I broke was the drug test rule. I followed everything to the law, what he wanted me to do. So, and he goes, I go, I can't go get my drug test today. He goes, I'm going to fail. He goes, oh my God. He goes, I'm pissed. He said, I'm going to be at your house tomorrow. We're going to have a nice long talk. I said, okay. So he calls the drug test off. He gets there and he goes, what am I going to do here? He goes, I got a lot of leeway because I like you, but you were just not giving me no options. You don't seem to want to just quit. I go, I can't fucking quit. I'm a 40 fucking year addict. Do you understand how difficult that is? Do you think I don't want to quit? And he goes, he understood. He goes, I understand addiction. I know it's a very, very, very sick disease. And that one embedded in you that many years. Yes, you're definitely got a sickness. He goes, what do you want to do here? I said, I wish they just would have put me in prison right off the bat so I didn't have to have this fucking private place. I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to clean up. I know. I'm too used to fucking wanting to get high. I just can't do it. He says, you could do it. You could do it. And he goes out and he came like he would come every afternoon and he would sit with me and he'd talk to me. And he goes, if you feel like you're going to do drugs, call me. I don't care what time of night it is. Just call me. If you're going to put that pipe in your mouth, just call me. So I called for my color code. I knew it. And at this point, I had cleaned up for 2 days. So I was clean. I knew I was going to pass this next drug test. 6 hours before the drug test, I fucking got out my bowl when I started smoking. Now, he knew that because he knew I was clean because he tested me. He came and tested me off the books. He goes, you're going to be all right tomorrow. Good. You see, I told you, put your mind to it. I'll help you. He goes, I will help you. I want you to succeed. He goes, now go to bed tonight and be a good boy. No, I couldn't do that. So the morning comes, he calls me. He goes, you going for your drug test? I go, yeah. He goes, oh, good. You sound good. He goes, everything's all right? I go, yeah. I get there and I tried to fucking take fake pee with me. And I couldn't. The guy was fucking, because in federal, they go in there with you with a fucking mirror and they watch they pretty much get down there and suck your fucking dick the way they fucking look at you, So it's just really hard to do for a man because they caught my buddy. He had one of the fucking fake dicks, what they called, the ones you strap on and fucking pisses in it and you pull a lever and all that shit. They make it the same color what your skin is and I forgot what they're called. Wizenators. But my buddy got caught with the prison. They fucking jerked him right off of him. And so, and they watch him. And this guy was weird. The weird guy he was the one that was cock watching that day. And I'm like, dude, can you just fucking leave me alone to piss, man? You're kind of freaking me out the way you're staring at my fucking dick, man. I'm not staring at your dick. I'm looking at whatever, dude. You're looking at my cock, man. Come on. So I pissed like a little bit. So someone told me if you give this enough. So I'm trying. I can't pee. So, but I'm here trying. So my counselor goes, well, there's a couple drops in there. You came, you showed up. She called my pre-over. He goes, did he pee? Yeah, barely though. I don't think it's gonna be enough to test. He goes, that motherfucker. He did that purposely. And I called me up because I get in the car and my phone rings. I'm on my way home. He goes, you did that purposely, didn't you? I go, no, I didn't. I really couldn't pee. I was too nervous. He goes, you're a lying motherfucker. He goes, I don't know what I'm gonna do with you. So I went on a binge. I failed the next 5 drug tests, and he had enough. He's writing me up. I'm gonna go see the judge, which means they're gonna pull my probation. So I had one more drug test. He didn't tell me when I was going to go before the judge, but he said he still had the right to turn the paperwork in. I called him. I go, did you turn the paperwork in? No, I wrote. It's all ready to go. And he liked me, so I think he was giving me a chance. So he goes, I don't know what it is about you, but he goes, tomorrow's drug test, if you pass, I might give you a break. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I might. So no, I was hired a month. So 6 o'clock in the morning, I got on the phone with Drugs Anonymous. I called the hotline that I needed them to come get me. I was suicidal, and I was all high on methamphetamine, and that I was suicidal, and I got a drug problem. While I called them, I 3-wayed him into the call, and he knows it was me, so he said, "What's up?" And he heard these people talking, so he shut up. I did that. And so I'm crying on the phone. I'm fake crying, and they're like, "We're gonna send a van out to get you. We're gonna come get you. Please, just don't do nothing. You hurt yourself." He goes, "What's the what?" He goes, and he interjects. He goes, "Excuse me, who's this? Oh, this is the rehabilitation center over here, blah blah blah, in Tarpon Springs, and he's calling for help to detox, and we have to go get him and put him in detox." And he goes, "Well, I'm his probation officer." So he goes, "Okay, Joe, I'll be right over there." He goes. So he was concerned because I was, when he got there, I was fucking bawling like a baby, man. I faked it, everything to fucking T, man. And I knew that it's it there. He would have took me there. I don't want to go to county jail. So he goes, I could get the judge to put you in rehab, and you won't have to go to, and he'll excuse everything else. So I go, okay, I'll go to rehab. So I go to rehab for 90 days, and I got hired rehab like fucking 17 days out of the fucking 90. And I fucking I ran for president of the community. There were 75 people there, and I got voted 75. Everybody voted for me. I had a lot of money, so I went in there. People that didn't have cigarettes, the people that didn't have nothing. On grocery day, I go out and buy 6 cartons of cigarettes, and I give out packs of cigarettes to everybody. I gave them. I donated a pool table, a big size pool table to the center. I donated a ping pong table. That's when I was buying storage units like crazy. And I had my man cave at my house I had slot machines, poker table, a big pool table. I had fucking ping pong table. I had everything. I mean, my shit was decked out. So I wanted to go home and see my kids, my grandson. So my excuse was, fuck it, I'll donate. I want to donate a fucking pool table. Oh, that's really nice because the pool table broke. I got a real nice one. It's almost brand new. Can we go get it? So she arranged it, and she goes, yeah, you go get it. I just was an excuse to go home for 40 minutes, and got to see my grandson. And so I gave them that, and then they brought that. They took. I had to bring 3 guys I was allowed to take with me, and then they brought the truck, and we took that. And then I donated something else. I got so. But at first, the director, she didn't like me because I gave her a hard time in the beginning. I was detoxing in the beginning, man. I was fucking miserable. So I was a really jerk off there. And she goes, you're here? You're one of the federal guys? I go, yeah. She goes, you giving my staff a problem? She goes, out. She goes, you ain't gonna do, you no good to do that in here. But then she got to know me, and then she cried the last day I went. She hugged me and said, because I go, a month left. I go, I want to run for president of the community. And she goes, you're only here. We got a month left. She goes, I don't know. And everybody go, no, we want him. So she did the vote, and I won, and I was in charge of the community, and got all kind of. I got to go shopping every day. I got all kind of privileges. I know how to work my way around the system, man. So I the night before on my release, she's talking to me. She says, "So I hear you're having a limo pick you up tomorrow." I go, yeah. She goes, and you had someone bring you a suit? I go, yeah. So I got dressed up in the morning, got up in the morning, I put on a suit. I had a limousine pick me up out in front of the rehab, and then took me home, which was about 3 miles on the road. And she says she said that they were still talking about me months after. I was the one of a kind, man. And everybody, I gave money to everybody, man. I put money on people's books. I mean, I was hustling so much shit, and I had so many other things. I had things that I did that I didn't get caught with, because I don't get caught. You know what I'm saying? And so I was I was very generous with the money. I bought people food, snacks. I did everything. Cigarettes was the big thing. I bought every fucking you get to go to the store every week. So I bought 6 cartons of cigarettes every week out of my pocket and gave out. They couldn't have it. I had to give them to the nurse's station, and then she would tell me, who do you want the packs to go to, and she put their names on the packs, and then she would say this for me, and I kept everybody anybody that didn't have no money in there. They ate. They had commissary food money, and they had cigarettes. I supplied it the whole time I was there. So it was one of my gifts to them. I gave the community a bunch of stuff, and that's the kind of guy I was. That's how I rolled all my life. That's how I rolled. So, and then I get out of rehab, and he goes, "Why don't you stay another 3 months? I don't think you're strong enough yet." And I go, "Nah, I want to go home." He goes, "Just stay 3 more months." The judge says, I gave him the reports. He goes, "You passed all your drug tests here." Yeah, because my buddy, my bunkie in there was sleeping with the fucking nurse that was doing the drug test, and she would fucking, mine and his come back fucking bad, and she would just write in the book that it was good. We really failed, but you know what I'm saying? But she fixed it because he was jocking her. So he goes, "Don't worry, I got you covered." I told her that she's got to take care of you too. I go, "All right, because I'm gonna piss dirty for sure." He goes, "All right," and so that was cool. So he had that covered. So, and then I got, now my probation officer comes after, because I won't listen to him. I won't stay another 90 days. He comes. He goes, "I'm going to be very serious here now. If you fail one test, I'm pulling you. I have no trigger. My job's on the line. I pay, 19 drug tests I failed. He let me slide with, without telling the judge. The judge was mad because he had to get the report. Because when I agreed to go to rehab, the judge granted it. He wanted to know why and what was going on, so he told him everything at that point. So when I passed the first 2 weeks like flying colors, and I got that fucking one pass. He called me. He goes, "You need to come into the office." So I go, "Is this a one-way trip? Do I need to come light?" Or he goes, "No, I'm not going to take you in tonight, but then you need to come here now." So I leery about it. I'm like, he goes, "You just telling me that? I'm not going to run. Just be honest with me." He goes, "I'm telling you, if I was going to arrest you, I'd tell you, because I know you won't run. I know you're not a runner. I know I know you're not that type of person, which I'm not. I'm not going to run. I'll face the music." So he goes, "No, I promise you're going home." Okay. He goes, "But it ain't good. You ain't going to be home for a couple of days, but you're going to go home." I said, "Okay." So I get there. He goes, "I need you to sign this paperwork." He goes, "I want you to sign that you failed all these 19 drug tests." So me signing it, because he gave me a pass on them, now I admit to the guilt. So now I admitted I failed 19 drug tests. So now he goes, "All this is going to the judge." He goes, "I'm not going to have the marshals take you. I'm going to trust you to drive the 100 miles to Ocala and go to court so they can arrest you and take you to prison." I go, "I'll be there. I promise." So he called me in the morning of the 7th of November, 2021 was 21, yeah, 21. And he goes, "You on your way?" I say, "I've already left." He goes, "Are you getting high?" I go, "You fucking ain't right. I'm going to smoke all the way till I get to that fucking door. It'll be the last time I'll be smoking. I'm quitting for sure." He goes, "I figured you were." He goes, "Don't go in there and making a jackass out of yourself before Judge Lehman's." I go, "I won't. I promise." He goes, "And don't be getting in no accidents being all fucked up." I go, he goes, "But I know you're going to show up, right?" I go, "I'll be there. I'll see you there. Hey, you're waiting for me, right?" So I get there. I get in the parking lot. I fucking do my last I've ever done. Threw my bowl on the fucking road and fucking broke it. Put my wallet underneath the seat, whatever money I had underneath the seat, and keys and everything, and told my sister, "Come get my vehicle." And because I got there's money under there, and I don't know, I think I had some drugs too. I says, "Whatever, just get it out of there so I don't get charged with a case." And so she come and got my vehicle. And my daughter, Savannah, goes, "Don't worry, Dad. I'll see you in a couple hours. You're going to come home. They're going to reinstate." I go, "Nah, I'm not coming home. I'm telling you that right now." That's why I didn't want her to wake up the grandson. I go, "Don't wake up Adrian. I'm not coming back." She goes, "You're coming home." I go, "I'm telling you I'm not coming back. I'm not. This is goodbye." And when I got before Layman's, he goes, so my lawyer's there, the lawyer that represented me. He made a mistake and goes to the judge. He goes, "Well, we were wondering if we could get a third chance here." And the judge stood up. He goes, and his name was Michael. I can't remember my lawyer's last name for the life of me. He looked at him, and he knew the judge really well. He goes, "Please tell me you didn't ask me that." In a very low tone, he goes, "I gave him 19 passes. He's going to prison. How long? I'm going to look this over, because I'm pretty sure that he don't qualify for nothing major, because they couldn't look back at anything 15 years past. They couldn't hold it against you. and everything I had was 15 years past. So he goes, well, the max I can give you is 270 days. I go, oh, I go, yeah. I go, but come on, Deanna. I go, I'll take 90 days. That'll be all right. Is that good with you? He looked at me, he goes, are you really kidding me? He goes, I'm not putting you, because I couldn't consciously put you away for 90 days. He goes, I couldn't go home and live with myself. I go, all right, I'll take 180 days. Nope. You're getting the full 270. That's okay. So now they take me back to the county jail. I know I'm sentenced December of 21. I catch COVID. The night before marshals were coming to get me to take me to prison, I got COVID real bad, where I was like on my deathbed. And they don't do shit for you. They just let you fucking die. They don't take you to, and I go, I want to go to the hospital and die. I don't want to die in fucking prison. I was bad. Thought that was it. So I'm in a week in the infirmary, and I get back to, they put me on some deck. They put me on a real bad deck with a bunch of gangbangers, and I had a regular cell because I was in a dorm before, an open bay dorm. So they got me in a cell, 2-man cell, and it's hard with 2-man cell if you don't know your cell, because if one guy snores, or you're taking the shitter, you got to flush, because the guys are really working, especially with your house, the person in the house with you. You got to be really, really, really on par on things like courtesy flushes. You got to keep clean. Some guys could be in there for fucking going away for murder, and then they're having a bad day, and you don't know if they're going to just go up and fucking stab you or something, So it's rough being in a locked cell. So at 10 o'clock, you're locked in from 10 to 6 in the morning. So I had an old guy cellmate, and he complained a little bit, but he was cool with me, and he had some fucking problems too, but we made it work, and I just wanted to get out of there. I'm like, when are the marshals coming to get me? I want to get out of county jail. So they sent me back to fucking my original dorm, the open bay one, and then on a Thursday, they call me out to the sheriff's office, to the booth. He goes, Catalano, you got a phone call, U.S. Marshals. I said, all right. U.S. Marshals. He goes, but Catalano, yeah, it's Marshal so-and-so, which is the guy that was cool, that let me and Christina sit in the van. He goes, I'll be there Monday morning, pick you up, right? I go, where am I going? He goes, Coleman, right down the road. I go, okay. Am I staying there? He goes, yeah. He goes, I go, am I going to the prison? He goes, no, you're going to the camp, buddy. You made the camp. I said, all right, cool. So I said, they'll be here Monday. So I slept the whole weekend, and got up, took a shower, and went downstairs, and they said, sit right over there. They cuffed me to the fucking bench. Marshals came in, shackled me, and he was really the same guy that was cool with me. And he goes, how you doing, buddy? He goes, well, what'd you wind up getting again? He goes, I got 270 days. He goes, yeah, but you already got about a third of that already in, don't you? I go, yeah, I think so. I go, if I get there today, so it's February 1st. I said, I think I'm scheduled to go to the halfway house like in April. He goes, that's not bad. You can do about 100 days or something. I said, yeah. He said, it's a piece of cake, because trust me, the camp is easy. He goes, but the problem is you're locked down because it's COVID. So you got no commissary. He goes, it's going to suck though. But he goes, but you would probably you'll be all right. I said, I don't care. I'd rather go to I'd rather go inside I'd rather go to the fucking low, because they had commissary, because you were inside the facility locked down. So they didn't take away their privileges. They took it away for us because we were open, and they did warden didn't want nothing that was open from the camp to be have any privileges. But plus they did a shakedown on us, and they caught all the contraband, and they found it in all common areas, so they were pissed about that. So they penalized us by fucking quarantining us for fucking the whole like 60 days. So did my 60 days, and that's when I started getting to meet. You met a lot of characters in there, man. And a lot of fucking characters in the county jail. I mean, in the federal prison. I mean, these were all white collar guys. One guy was a crypto thief. One guy was a fucking. A lot of guys that had those PP loans, with those what they call that they were giving away during the pandemic. And then Pretty Ricky came through, the rapper, a little small guy. We just watched the news a month before he was coming, and we knew he was coming, but he got shot in the chest 4 times. They tried to kill him in Miami, so that he was in the prison hospital. So he never showed up, and then he came through when he was all fucked up. Little short guy, you know who I'm talking about? You guys know who I'm talking about? Pretty Ricky, they call him. He's a singer, rapper, dude, pretty famous guy, and a little short little guy, man. I mean, like I'm 5'8", he was like up to here on me. He was like 5'4" or something, man. But everybody fucking was like worshiping this guy, So, and he tried to throw his money around, It's like, hey man, I need people to work for me, man. I like to sleep a lot, blah 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 blah. Blah. And he would get a lot of trouble because you got to be up on count. You can't sleep when it's time for count, except for nighttime. The morning count, you can't sleep in. You get in trouble for that shit. The whole fucking deck gets in trouble. So he was being a fucking throwing his money around. But this guy, man, he had fan mail coming in, and I mean fucking by the cases, all women giving him fucking money, putting money in there, and you should see what they were saying they wanted to do to him. He goes, yeah, I got all these hoes. So they would give him his number. He goes, let me go call all these bitches. He says, and get them to start putting money on my books. And these fucking idiot women would send him fucking hundreds of fucking dollars. All he do is in there and say, yeah, baby, I'll get with you. I'll fuck you when I get out, and stuff like that. That's how he talked to them. And they're like, oh man, I want you so bad, really. And he fucking showed me his account. He goes, look at all this is what I made last week for these hoes. And so our time was quarantine was up, so they transferred me and him to the third floor. He went with me, and he was really a pussy though. He was he was kind of a pussy, man. He was I was really not impressed with him because someone challenged him because they didn't like him. They thought he was getting special privileges, and he kind of punked out. But it was the camp, so in the camp, guys were going home, so they didn't want to fuck up their privileges. So he got pretty much a pass. But I had to look out for him the last fucking 40 days. He's like, man, these guys look rougher over here. I go, dude, don't be fucking acting like you're scared. I thought you were fucking hard at it. He goes, dude, man, I got bullets in my chest, man. I'm not healthy. I said, don't make fucking excuses, man. Either you're a fighter or you're not, man. You got to fight for yourself, man. You got to fight. I'm not fighting on these motherfuckers, man. Just keep away from me, man. He goes, I'll pay you. I don't want your fucking money, dude. Just fucking act like a man. That's all. So, but the day I left, he's like, man, you got to leave us. Yeah, I'm fucking out of here, dude. I'm out of here. So I went to the fucking halfway house, fucking violated at the fucking halfway house. I fucking broke a rule there the first day. And I go, and because I didn't have no fucking money, and one of the other guys at the halfway goes, if you got money, man, you can buy that guy off. He'll drop the report. I go, I got no cash, man. I'm fucking broke, man. I go, I'm broke now. I lost everything, man. I said, I lost my house. I go, I don't know where the fuck I'm going when I get out of here. So he goes, I'll talk to them for you, man. I'll make it right. So he comes back, goes, it's all straight. He goes, can you get me $50 from like one of your family? I could probably get it next week for you. He goes, I promise you. He ripped the report up. So I fucking go, you better not be fucking behind me, dude, because I don't want no problems. So I get a job. They go, you want to apply for a job? I say, yeah. So they let me go out on a bus to apply for a job. And I went out to the airport and I got a job at Hertz, rent a car, shocking cars back and forth, just so I could be out, be free, you know what I'm saying? And just do my own thing. And I come back the second day of work and I go to the window because when you were coming from work, you would have to go to the window and they tell you if they want to drug test you because you're out. So they got a drug. So I pretty much got drug tested. And so she goes, you got to pee. Okay, no problem. Oh, Catalano got orders. You can't go back to work. What? You got a hold for the marshals. I go, what? She goes, yeah, the marshals are coming to get you. I guess you're going to finish up your time. You're going back to prison or something. I go, I got 30 days left. They're going to send me back to prison? She goes, I guess, so another week goes by, no marshal. So I'm down to fucking 22 days or something. So I go to the director. I go, are you fucking kidding me? You can't stop this. Okay. I mean, I'm done in 22 days, man. So you want to lock me in here and make me lose my job and all that? I don't care about that. He goes, nah, nothing I can do about it, buddy. Nothing I can do about it. I go, man, come on, man. I'm talking. I know you can do something. And I knew this guy was corrupt. He's like, man, I play by the book. I can't do it. I said, okay. All right, that's cool. So they finally came on a Thursday about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Because when 4 o'clock hit, I go, whoa, I made it through another day. Fucking 5 o'clock over the intercom. Catalano, come to the front. And pack your roll, roll your bed up. It's all right. Marshall's out there. Get on the wall. Blah, 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 blah. And the other guy that was going too, he was fucking all high and shit because he was going to work and his girlfriend was bringing him pills. So he fucking got pills in him and he goes, man, I hope. So he's trying to hide him so that when the marshals pat him down, so they handcuff us, put us in a van, and they take us to Tampa to hold us there. And as soon as they put us in the back, the guy goes, we're handcuffed. So he's like, can you reach here, man, with your finger and get my pills out? So he fucking does all this shit. And like, he goes, I got to get fucked up because I don't want to get caught with this shit. I'll get the charge. He does this shit. Another guy had fucking cocaine. And I'm like, oh my God, this is fucking never ending, man. So I get there. They got no beds. I'm sleeping on the fucking floor. They put me on the worst fucking deck there was. So I got the first night. By the time they processed me through, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Breakfast is at 5, and they put me in with this big old dude, man, this big old black dude who just got sentenced to murder. Now I got to climb on the top bunk, right? And you cannot step on their bunk. You understand what I'm saying? That's probably could get you almost killed if your feet touch that button, his fucking mattress. And I was fucking wound up, man. So I get up there without fucking, I make it up to the top, and I guess I fell asleep and I was snoring. So he poked the fucking. He goes, hey, buddy, wake up! You're snoring, bro. He goes, I know you're new. He goes, and we'll talk in the morning. He says, he goes, just turn over. I said, all right. Hour later, he fucking bam, 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 same thing. He said, man, I don't know if I'm put up with this shit now. And I'm like, okay, man, look, I can't help it, man. I'm really just stressed out. So he goes, well, we got to make some changes here. So he goes, so we go, when the morning shift came in, he told me, I got to get this guy out of my cell, find him a place to go. This guy was just like, big time. And he was cool with me. He goes, man, I'm about to shank your ass. I said, nah, man, like I said, I'm sorry, man. No problem. He goes, nah, don't worry. So then this guy goes, I need a celly. He goes, you give me your vegetables every day. I'll let you come in. I'll let you have the bottom bunk. And I'm like, I don't eat the vegetables anyhow. I eat that fucking pussy ass food anyhow. I go, that's a deal, man. For the bottom bunk, yeah. He goes, you get commissary? I go, yeah, I got commissary coming. So he goes, you give me some commissary? I said, I'll throw you a bag of chips or something. So I give him a candy bar, I give him a bag of chips. I give him every day. He gets the vegetables, and I'm happy because I got the bottom bunk. I don't have to climb up no more. I only got a few more days left. So this kid was cool. I thought he was cool, but he struck me as a little odd. So then I knew the guy across the hall, and I ate a little bit of the lunch, and he wanted my bread or something. And I go, yeah, I'll give you bread. So the dude flipped out on me. My cellie flipped out on me. Dude, I'm your cell. I go, dude, the deal is that you get my vegetables, man. Chill out. So he kept going on and on and on and on and on. And that was it. I said 4 times to him, if you don't fucking get out of my fucking face, I'm going to beat the fucking piss out of you. I go, I'm not in a fucking mood. And he goes, you ain't going to do shit. Boy, I tell you what, I beat that boy through that whole motherfucking room. And he was screaming like a fucking little bitch. And the sheriffs came in, grabbed both of us, threw me out in the fucking holding cell. And they came back and go, you're going to jail. I go, I'm in jail. No, you're getting a new charge. Now I'm getting ready to be released from prison in a couple of days. This motherfucker's pressing charges on me. He's gonna press charges, which I'm gonna catch a state case. So I'm gonna get released from federal, and I'm gonna be fucking booked to go in for a fucking state charge. I'm fucking pissed. So I said, I didn't fucking touch him. He touched me first. They go, you know what? This is what we don't like. He goes, I'll be back. So an hour later, the guard comes back. He goes, here's the deal. I went to him and told him that you were gonna press charges on him if he presses charges on you. So when the sergeant comes around, stick to that story. Sergeant comes, he goes, I understand you want to press charges. I go, yep. He goes, all right, let me go tell him. Comes back, he goes, he don't want to press charges. So there's no charges. It worked. The guard fucking saved me. Because he was getting out too. But he was fucking, because I beat his ass, he wanted to be a bitch. So they sent me to now they send me to a fucking real bad dorm. And I mean, I got like 10 days left or something, man, or something. And I mean, it was fucking, they were fucking rolling guys up like crazy in there. There's 4 gangbangers were in there. These 4 kids, about 22 years old. They were fucking anybody, taking everything and anything from everybody. So I'm fucking on the floor. I ain't even got a mattress. I'm sleeping on a fucking hard floor with a blanket. And I'm pissed, man. And the food was horrendous, man. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to fucking die in this fucking place, man. Why the fuck did I just fucking, why couldn't they let me stay at the halfway house? So I'm sleeping outside on the floor, and then there's the cells here. There was a bunk, 2 double bunks, and a single, and it was 2 cells combined to one with 1 toilet, and then 2 cells in the front. And it was 2 Spanish guys that were facing murder charges. They were real cool kids, nice kids, man. He goes, hey Pops, we got an empty bed here. You want it? I said, man, I don't want the privileges, man. I'm good, all right. I only got a couple of days left. He goes, man, come on, Pops, man. You cool. You about the coolest one out here. Come on, take that bunk. So they yells at the guys. The back, he gets that bunk. So I get the bunk. They were cool. They gave me commissary. They made extra food. They were real nice kids. The only thing sucked, man. We had 6 fucking guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys to that cell, and 1 shitter, man. So you got to put up a fucking clothesline with a fucking blanket, and you got to fucking close it when you're fucking shitting, and they didn't fucking. You got to flush the toilet 150 times because they don't want to fucking smell shit. And It just got fucking ugly, man. And so the next morning, I knew I was getting out. I was getting released on the 22nd of June, I think it was, or 23rd. It was either 22nd, 23rd. So I couldn't sleep the night before. I was wired up, man. And 8 o'clock came and they did call my name, and I'm like, whoa. It says I'm supposed to be released 8 o'clock in the morning. He goes, you get released when we tell you to get released. I go, no, I don't. I'm not state property, brother. I'm federal property. My sentence is over. He goes, well, we ain't got no calls for the feds. Well, the feds fucking, they got busy and they didn't call for 10 o'clock. I was fucking pissed. They got an extra 2 hours out of me. So when 10 o'clock, he goes, roll it up, Catalan. You're going home. You're out. So they take me downstairs. I process out in 5 seconds. They go. Someone dropped his clothes off for you. Boom. Sign this. Boom, boom. I think I had 35 hours or something that on my card or something for commissary. They gave me a little card. Do you need a token, bus token? No, I got someone picking me up outside. Just let me to the door so I can get the fuck out of here. And then I got picked up by Steven. You know, you guys saw the wedding, my sister's wedding, because my sister was still in prison. Christina was still in prison. And Christina was like, where are we going to live? I go, I already took care of her. I got us an apartment. She goes, you did? I go, did I tell you that I wouldn't let you come out and to be on the street? She said, you did. You kept your word. So I got out, and Christina I was picking her. I had to go to rent a car and pick her up the following week, but she wasn't coming home. She was going to halfway house, and she had to stay there without coming home on weekends for the first 3 months. I couldn't see her, but I could pick her up and take her to work, and so I got a vehicle, and I for the first 3 weeks I walked in the rain, 6 o'clock in the morning, walk with her with an umbrella, got her an umbrella, and carried the umbrella for her, took her to her job. Went on a bus with her if whatever for her meetings. I didn't care. So I hustled up some money, and I got a van, and then I would she would make appointments like to go out to do certain things, and just so we could spend the afternoons together. So we wound up spending about 4 days a week in the afternoon together. But it's hard because if they thought she went to the apartment, she could get violated. So it was really hard. I wanted to go back I wanted to come back home. And so we just stuck around as much as we could, and finally she called me. She said, I'm gonna come home on weekends. I said, cool. So the first weekend she come home, and then it was great. And then finally she got released from the halfway house to be home permanently. But then she went into depressed mode because of her daughter. So she pretty much was going to bed like 8 o'clock at night. And I'm already out now, and I'm just like I'm back on my old schedule, and I'm staying up late, but I'm clean. I promise I stay clean, and because she says I'm clean, she goes, I told you I love you, but she says if you go back, she goes, just leave. If you got to go back to drugs, she goes, I love you, but I don't want to be around it. I said I'm done. I won't do that to you. So she goes, I believe you, and the rest is history. I mean, she told me straight up, if you want to go back to drugs, I understand. She says, but you'll have to leave. And she goes, please respect that. I go, I'm not going back to drugs. I love you, and I don't want to lose my family. So, but she went through hell. It was hell going with her for that first year, because she went to work, came home, went to bed, and she didn't want to eat. She sheltered herself more and more away. And then I go so I just started forcing myself to go in there and lay down and watch TV with her, and then I started going to bed early with her. I did a sacrifice with her, and then she started coming out of her shell, and then we moved in the bigger apartment, and here we are at the house. But any questions from anybody? So that's my story. That was the first taping. I got so much discovery. But anyhow, here's the indictment. So the indictments come out. That's the indictment paper right here. That's the indictments right there. See? Now that's what we got served. United States versus Christine Catalano, Joseph Samuel Catalano, blah, 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 blah. Christina Lynn Catalano knowingly made a material false fiction of fraudulent statement represented. So she had 2 counts. She had making a false statement and the fraud. And mine was just a false statement. And, that's pretty much it on that. I got tons of discovery. I got a bunch of stuff. I mean, it's all going to come out anyhow. If I make any noise in this election, there's going to be somebody's going to, you think these little joke fucking videos that are out of me, they're gonna try to come after me quick to put the end to me quick, because they're powerful, they got money, and they got and I don't have that. But I'm not gonna get out of script. I'm not gonna fall into their trap. They met their match if they want to fight with me. So I'm into this election till the day I get elected. Take that to the bank. There'll be a new president in town. It's gonna be me, Joseph Samuel Catalano III. I'm running for president of the United States, 2028, and I approve this message. All right. So a bunch of you rummies. Let's see if we got what's going on. Let me talk a little bit with you guys. So, let's see. I'm tired. I'm ready to fall asleep. I'm tired. But the reason I showed this, play this, because I just want to show you how serious I am about my campaign. That I'm turned a whole new leaf in my life, and I'm trying to be just the righteous man and be by law abiding citizen that and just be a good guy. You know, my heydays are over. My conning days, my heydays, my fighting days, it's all behind me. I'm 60 years old now, and I have to turn a whole new leaf. And I was always a good person. People that knew me, friends that trusted me, I was a good guy. My enemies didn't like me, but I've got a heart of gold, and when I become your friend, I'm your friend for life. So but I want to be righteous. I want to be righteous, and I want to make up for the things I did, the mistakes I made. So I do a lot of stuff. Me and Christina went out and we gave out blankets the other night to the homeless people. I had got a bunch of blankets in the last storage unit that I bought, so we washed them real nice and folded them up. And she went out. It was been real cold down here in Tampa. I mean, it was like in the 30s. They were sleeping at the bus stations, so we went and gave out blankets to the people at 2:00 in the morning. Me and Christina took a ride a couple miles down the road and gave blankets. You know, couldn't give them shelter, but we gave them blankets to stay extra warm. You know, so I like doing stuff like that. You know, and that's what we're gonna start doing that more and more, especially during the campaign, because it's just the right thing to do. You know, I gotta get out with the people. Once the people see that I'm just an average person like them and a down to earth person, and I really am care enough to want to fight for everybody's rights, and I want to make change. I don't want to just be a president that's gonna fucking make promises and lie or steal money or be a crook or whatever, or get a blowjob under his desk or fucking go on the Epstein list. I'm none of that. So don't anybody can do this. And it could happen to anybody. Anybody could run. Anybody could do it. It ain't that crazy. So you need to you need to support me. I expect the Dabble's verse to support me and help me get elected and give me my opportunity, because I'm not going to do wrong. And I got a lot to learn. But I ain't worried about all that fucking book shit or all that fucking law shit. That'll come, because I'm a fast learner. I want people to know that the realness of me, to look me in the eye when I go out to the neighborhoods I walk. Because if I'm going to make the White House a world of a door, people will be able to come and see the president. Okay, every day we're gonna have 3 hours a day. People come and visit the president. And I don't give a fuck about the Secret Service. I'll change that shit too. I'll get my own team. That they want to play hardball, I'll bring my own team in. So, and that be a lot of changes. And I know you guys say president can't. Let me tell you something. Again, I'm a little different than you guys. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get rid of all that corruption. And if that means I got to fight fire with fire, I will. I'm not afraid of that. I'm not afraid to go to the mattresses. You understand? I'm not afraid to flush them out. But I care about each and every one of you. I care about this country, and I care about taking it back, making it ours again. I care about the $33 trillion of debt that we're in. I care about that. I care about the health care. I care about all the human trafficking kids and the women. I care about the prison system that is fucked up to the max. Okay? I'm not going to be a traditional fucking president. I'm going to be a fucking cool president, or down-to-earth president, one that could relate and talk to anybody. I'm going to be the guy that fucking, I don't need to wear a suit. I'll wear a fucking jogging suit. Okay. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Okay. That's all fluff and buff. Okay. If you really want to help, you do the right thing and you fix things that are broken. And I'm going to do that. And I'm deep into this, and my brain likes to absorb to learn now. Wish I was like that 30 years ago, but I'm learning a lot of stuff. But you know what? Anybody can run this fucking country. Don't think anybody can. Okay? But the first thing we got to do is stop giving our money to the fucking foreign countries. That's the first thing we got to stop doing. Right off the gate. Okay? So if you guys want to help the campaign, because I got a lot of printing I got to do. And I only could do so much. I'm supposed to take loans. I could take a loan out legally. I could something about I could put my own money in. If I borrow, there's a weird way to do it. I can borrow loans, and then I have to give the loan to them, and then it's got to be paid off by the time the election's over. So there's a lot of red tape you got to go through. I followed everything to the T. even though I haven't raised no money, but I think $25. I don't have if it's under 5,000. I don't have to do my reports, but I still do miscellaneous reports every quarter, and I'm doing everything right because the FCC they sent me emails said you everything checked you're doing good. I filed everything. Now someone said I didn't file that I lied. I filed it on my grandfather's name. Good try, buddy, because I'm registered as Joseph Samuel Catalano III, which is my name. Why would I register under my grandfather's name? I mean that would be stupid. Okay, I was reading the guy that was ran for office about 6 years ago. Man, he stole so much campaign money. He misappropriated it, and they fucking indicted him. I just read his indictments. Man, he's fucked. He's going away. Yeah, but you don't fuck around with that shit. They watch that. Why would you fucking take out of a? First of all, so I was going to use like a Bank of America or Wells Fargo, and they handle all banks handle the traditional campaign accounts, but there's a bank in fucking in Washington that specializes for campaigns. And I found them online and I sent them an email. They sent me back. They go, well, this is what you need. You know, they really kind of they weren't so friendly in the beginning. And they go, well, you got to have all these papers. Do you have all this? I go, I have everything you're asking for. I fired it off to her. This morning I wake up, Mr. Catalano, you have everything. This is going to be your. I'm the vice president of the bank. Blah blah blah. It's called. This is what campaign. Big bank in Washington to handle. They specialize in campaigns, big campaigns, mostly for the big dogs. But they assign me someone. They suggested I have two people. They want me to get a treasurer or get an accountant that's going to handle because it's going to take two people to take out money invoices, two signatures to release any money out of there. That's what they want. That's generally what the government wants. They'll allow me right now because I don't have a treasurer. I don't have with because my movement is Catalano for America 2020. That's registered. My party is independent, but I'm also is Catalano for America 2028. So when I filed with the FEC, I filed as president and I had to file my you know my platform, my party, like the Democrats, the Republican. So I am an independent under Catalano for America. I had to go get it with the IRS. I had to get an EIN number. You got to have an EIN number. I had to do that. You have to register separately. Form. I think it's Form 2. Yeah, here's my EIN number for Catalano for America. So I'm registered. Everything's legal. That's it. My EIN number. Then you have the statement of organization, which is to filing with the FEC. I have all that filed, and then they stamp it, and then state of Florida. Some states I got to go and I got to file, and you got to wait till they get back to you, and they got to give you a piece of paper. And then there's some states you got to have like someone in an office has got to like sponsor you, especially like some of these states with the big electoral votes, and you got to have certain backing from them. I don't know nobody in I was talking to Georgia. Georgia is really tough, and I don't really need Georgia. I don't need it because I've got to be now Georgia. Like I said, the rule to be a president, you got to be 35, a United States citizen, and live in the same in the same part of the United States. You got to live in the United States for at least 14 years, but you got to be from here. So that's the only criteria to be a president. You understand? Nothing about felony, but some state offices, they don't take felons. And I don't know how that's possible. They can keep you from the ballot, some states. Georgia's one of them. You can't be a convicted felon and run for office in the state of Georgia, even if it's federal. So unless you got clearance I've already filed my clemency papers for Illinois for something that's from 30 years ago. I talked to them yesterday, and they said the hearing's in July. What happens is they have them 4 times a year, the hearing. So it's down in Springfield. So she says, get the papers to me. So I did. I filled them out. I sent them to her yesterday. She says it'll go before the hearing in July, and then from there it goes to the governor's desk, and that could take a while because he's not too fast about that. She goes, so you might could be a year before he approves it, or it could be less. She said, but if you want to make it for this one, this is what I need from you. So I got that in Florida. I got to do something here. So I got to send it to DeSantis' office. But the federal one, Trump's got to pardon me. So I got paperwork for my full pardon with them. So I'm looking for full pardons all the way around to make me whole as a human being again, where I got my gun rights back and everything. And my voters' rights. I did that first. I said that I got this organization help me to. It's a legal firm that they work for you, and you only got to pay them like $100, and they do all the legal work for you to get your rights back, voting rights back. Because I mean, even though the rules, you could be a convicted felon, it's kind of stupid, right? If you become president, you can't even vote for yourself. That kind of rubs me in the wrong way. So that was important to me that I could vote. So I got that coming. But I'm getting my rights back, so I can carry a gun again, and I could be, I could be legal again. So I'm hoping Christina, I could do the same for her. We really want to just turn our lives around and put all this behind us, and but Christina can't do nothing for a couple more years on the federal thing, but she could do one for the state because she's been out more than 10 years. So states, Florida's just 13 years, or 10 or 13 years, I think, before you can apply for clemency here. Illinois is it's way over 30 years. So she couldn't even find one of my charges when she looked me up. So she says, "This is going to be easy. You'll probably get this right away." She says, "And what was it for?" And I told her, she goes, "That wasn't even no heinous crime." So she sees a full pardon coming from Illinois. So that made me happy. So so to be whole again, God, man, that'd be great. Take that off my back. And get healthy, win the office, and what can I do for you people? What can I do for you when I get in office? You guys gonna come visit me in the White House? I'll leave a door open for the Dabbleverse. Visitors could come see me. Or inauguration night, the first 500 people in the Dabbleverse could come to the ball. I'm gonna bring 500 people from the Dabbleverse. So you better be on my good side. You guys can come and hang out at the White House. There'll be more felons living in that White House the next 4 years, and in history of everything. I promise you that. Because you know what? We're people too. And I'm not kidding. I'm very serious about this. I get it, Joey. I couldn't hear at the beginning. Okay. Sorry about that, NJ Ranger. You're more than happy. I'll send you a copy if you'd like to have it. If you want a copy, I'll send it to you, buddy. You're my friend. So if you like to hear it, I could send you a copy. There's a ton of paperwork. I can redact everything because it's got every paper on there has got Social Security numbers and stuff on all our federal papers. It's like when you people look it up, when you go look at the public search, it's all redacted. I got the actual discovery that was given to me by the courts that's not redacted, so I couldn't show none of that tonight because I got to redact it. So it's got everything, all our personal information like that. So I told you about someone stealing my identity, right? They filed an income tax return the last 2 years under my name. IRS caught it. They know it's not me. I had to fill out some forms, and I had to go to credit bureaus and lock all my credit up. And I guess something happened to Rocco a couple weeks ago. What happened to me yesterday or a couple of days ago? I woke up and I couldn't get in my bank. I was locked out of my bank account. Called the Wells Fargo. They go, "We think someone got in your account." So security, we set it down. So they go, we'll try to clear you through here. So they on the phone, they maybe scanned my ID. It didn't pass. They go, "You got to come in." They said, "We need to see you're physically here." She goes, "You got a high breach in you." So as you all know, back about 8 months ago, I got this phone call, and Lou was with me and Christina, and I gave all my information over the phone to these people. I really thought it was PayPal, and I fell for it. Well, this is just twice the last 3 weeks they got in my account. The first time they deposited a check in my account, and they tried to take the money out before it bounced, and the bank caught it. They didn't get the money out, so they gave me a new account. Now, that was 35 days ago. 3 days ago, I think it was, someone got my account. Thank God I transferred my money to my other account. There was only a couple dollars in there. So they called me in, and I had to try to go in and change my password and a new ID. They didn't give me a new account this time. The minute I got home from the bank 3 days ago, I went to log on. I was locked out again. So they told me to check my computer, my phone for spyware. They think someone's watching me on my phone or in my computer. That's how they're knowing what I'm changing everything to. Well, it turned out that I got to bust my phone up. I got another phone. My phone's I think they got something on my phone. That's how they've been following me. They took my identity. They're working in California under my name. And so I'm talking to Social Security today. I'm like, you guys got nothing implemented for well, as long as you report the IRS, you got no problems. I go, but I went into my account for IRS and saw the fucking W-2 forms that they file with my name on it. I go, I don't live in California, never worked at that place. So I guess the IRS is investigating a big unit of people that are doing this. So so Rocco got lucky, man, because I think he got his money back. I got lucky that I didn't have nothing in the bank account. It was in my other account. So um, yeah, so it's be careful. The banks told me 2026 is going to be the highest fraudulent year for banks and people getting your fucking money out of your bank account. And they got these devices and they know how to fucking do it. And they get your information. Be very careful. I'm telling you guys, I'm telling you on a serious note, protect yourself all the way because these fucking guys are so good and so sophisticated. They're cleaning out bank accounts. You see? And I don't believe in hurting people that are good people. You want to hurt a bank, that's different. You want to hurt an insurance company, you want to go hurt a corporate, but don't hurt the end of small people like that, man. So I feel Rocco, man. And I know this. I feel like you feel like an idiot because I gave the information to these people on the fucking phone, man. Like an idiot. I don't know. I got soft brain from all the drugs I've done, man. So I'm gonna ramble on because when I'm tired, I ramble. So, but you guys are. I got a bunch of. I mean, read some of these chats, man. I mean, we had a steady 50 people here all night. I'm happy with that. So, just wanted to be transparent to tell you guys that when I tell you something, if I tell you I got in a fight with the feds and I fucking was going to clobber that motherfucker, I wouldn't lie about that. So, and when I got lucky because I was going through my computer, my old email, and I went to looked at all my sent emails, and I had like about 30 emails to Michael Francesi because before I went to prison, I remember giving him my discovery. He went through my whole discovery and advised me what to do when he looked at my discovery. And guys, sign up for my Skoll page. I know school page. It's SKOOL. It's free. I'm going to drop the link. I didn't put no price on it for a monthly feed. I'm leaving it open. It's strictly about the campaign. First person to sign up there was Michael Francesi. Signed up, came over and supported me on that. So you guys go over. I'm going to put everybody's welcome, but it's strictly a political. It's all for political. My Facebook political page. My ex is at my face. My ex is my ex campaign page is at Catalano 2028. I'll give you my. I'm going to give you my my other YouTube page, which I'm live. We're live there, so I'll give you that, and then I'll post that. And then I got a great Facebook page up for my campaign, and then I got a regular website now. I got an organization that I'm with that's helping me. They help you with a bunch of stuff. I would take classes with them. They tell you how to be a better candidate, how to go out and do fundraisers and secure stuff. And they find you volunteers to work for you in states, and they help you with yard signs and all that stuff. So they're a good organization. So I got them on board. Yeah, I just got to get out and talk with grassroots. You're not going to get if you make traction. This is what they told me. They said you'll find someone that'll drop some big money. You'll get someone that'll drop something decent in your account that'll just believe in what you're doing, and then some rich person will throw some money in your campaign account, and then you'll have all your printing money. I've got to print probably about $8,000 worth of printing to do. So I got to get out and start doing fundraisers. I got to start getting campaign money. So if you guys want to help, it's right there, raisethemoney.com. It's across the screen there. And I'm going to show you the platform so you guys see it. I don't control nothing. I'm not stealing nothing. I'm really trying to do right by this campaign. I'm trying to make change in this world. I'm trying to be a person that can make difference for somebody, and you got to start somewhere. So, and you know what? I'd be a good leader because I've always a good leader anyhow. So let me see what it is. Let me go to, I'm so fucking tired. I can't even think straight. I got no super tips, no super chats. Nobody showed me no love today for me. That's all right. Don't matter. I still love you. So here's my X page. I think this is my X. Let me see. And that's the GOAT. That's my regular one. I got Uncle Bob pissed at me today. I told him Grok's my new campaign manager. He didn't like that. That's a joke. Yeah. So this is my so at Catalano 2028 is my, and this I redid this page. I get my page there, and then my Facebook page is Or no, let's see. What am I looking for? The shit. I can't even think straight. Raise the money. I'm just gonna show you this website. Raise the money. All right. So I want to show you guys this. All right. So I'll go here. I'm going to share this like this. Sign in first. So this is strictly from the FEC, the Federal Election Board. This is one of the ones that they told me that is legal and that I'm allowed to use. So I'll take you there and show you. And so let's go here. And we go, I think here. Is that what I do? Let me see. Not it. How the fuck did I do this in a share one? Oh, yeah, it's over here. That's right. Wait a second. No, that's not. All right. Where the fuck did it go? Is it here? Oh, fuck, that's how tired I am. I'm missing my fucking share box. Where the fuck's it at? What the fuck happened to my box? It's gone. Video playback. That's different. Why the fuck ain't it working? Let me see if I do this right. Let me try this again. Something ain't right. I messed up something. Let me see. I go here, share. Hit that button. Bam. Okay, there it is. Now it came up. Okay. So now it should be here. It should be somewhere here. Just where? I don't know. It's not there. It's not there. Okay, so it says I'll be a son of a bitch. Where the hell did it go? Maybe it's over here. It probably went in the main room. I think that's what it did. I got it in the wrong room. Outro, intro. But when you're fucking tired, it's fucking crazy. And is that it right there? No, that's not. What the fuck happened to it? It's down here at the bottom. I add the scene. Ah, there we go. Now I got to find the one where it's open. All right, here we go. It's right here. All right, so lock this. Boom. Oh, okay. So this is it. Raise the money. Boom. I got a $2 donation the other day. And there it is. And then I go here. That's my link. And that's what the page will look like. And you could contribute to it. Goes into the fund that the federal government watches. And then I could submit invoices for paying for stuff for the campaign. And that's it. So it's called HTT. I'm going to put the link in the fucking prayer room. It's the best way to do it, right? Let's see here. Like this. Yeah, I'll put it in the channel. It's coming your way. Copy. Boom. All right, here we go. There. That's if you want to donate to the campaign. It's the only way to do it the right way. Anything you want to put in, I appreciate it. You'll get a recognition for it. It's a tax write-off. And it'll help me get the printing I need to get going. So, and if we can start rolling and then I can start getting known and I get some donors, I'll be able to get that bus and go to travel to go campaign in different states. So that's my goal. So I'm traveling a lot. So that's it right there for that. And then you have that in the chat room. Stop that now. Let me see what else I got here. I'm so tired. I'm getting so old. I ain't got the energy I used to have. All right, so now let's see here. We go here. Share that one. And that's my X campaign page. So yeah. This place here is my website. I'm going to put this in the chat room. I'll take you to there. That's the website that I get from that organization. They're pretty cool people. They got classes and they teach you all kind of stuff. These are experienced campaign people that have helped. Were campaign managers. They've done every up to all the big elections. It's a bunch of people. It's a big party that they get you volunteers. They help you with signs. They do classes. It's just great. I mean, it's pretty cool. So they give me a lot of knowledge too. So I don't want to take you to this. This is what I want everybody to sign up for. It's a new thing. It's school. It's SKOOL. Okay, there it is. Right there. Man, okay, this is my page. I think. Yeah, here it is right here. All right, damn. Okay, so now I got to go here, right? Here. All right, share. And it's right here. Share. Okay. This is called, hang on, let me open this up a little bigger. All right, so here, it's got community, and I started, and Michael Francesi was the first one to sign up down here. He was, well, I got to go to my memories. He was first, Lou was second. Right there, Michael Francesi signed up. First one to come in as soon as he got the message. Yeah, my buddy, known him a long time, good guy, man. And then the vice president signed up this morning. So I changed it. It was you get 7 days free, and the membership was like $10 a month. But I changed it to free because I'm grassroots and but it's all about platforms. It's got the different. It's got everything for my platform. So I'm filling out this stuff. You got levels. I put the different levels that you go to. We got that done. You got classrooms to do classes. And it's just you get together. I got a Saturday night. We got a coffee hour. It's where you do we go live. It's like a Zoom. We get together and we'll talk about politics or you guys got questions. But here's the thing: you got general discussion room. I got a prison reform room, which I put the crime bill in there that I worked on. Get the Internet Act, Bring Home the Forgotten, and then there's the Second Chance, Grassroots, Media Watch. Now, some of the stuff you guys can post it to and make comments on everything. You can make comments, but there's some rooms that I only can post up stuff for you guys, and you guys can read it. So I got all this stuff. John Leguizamo, I got his video off of X yesterday. He's pretty fired up. This guy's into politics pretty big time. So I kind of listened to this.
3, fund state-level resistance infrastructure. Don't just send postcards, send resources. Channel DNC funds into rapid response teams, legal defense coalitions, sanctuary networks, and digital security training. If the federal government is hijacked, build power underneath it. If the laws become tools of oppression, help people resist them legally, locally, and boldly. This is not campaign season.
You guys hearing that?
Authoritarian purge. Stop campaigning. Act like this is the end of democracy because it is. Yeah, we will remember the warriors come primaries. Fighting this regime should be your marketing strategy. And let's be clear. The reason the other side always seems 3 steps ahead is because they are. They're prepared for this. They infiltrated school boards.
I gotta share this, right? How am I gonna share this? It's on my Skull page. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that when I opened it up? Did it open up? I don't know. I don't know if you guys were seeing. Listen, but he's pretty fired up.
Local legislatures, and police unions. They built the machine while you wrote press releases. We're reacting. They've been executing a plan for years. It's time to shift from panic to blueprint. You should already be working with strategists and military minds on Project 2029, a coordinated long-term plan to build this country when the smoke clears. You should be publicly laying out the laws and amendments you'll pass to ensure this never happens again, the systems you'll tear down and the safeguards you'll enshrine, the plan to hold perpetrators of human atrocities accountable, the urgent commitment to immediately bring home those sold into slavery in El Salvador. You say you're the party of the people, then show the people the plan.
I like it. Maybe I should have made him my vice president. He's right. Show the people. And Calverton said the same thing to me yesterday. Don't point fingers and blame what the other president. One of the things that I do is when I get these ideas, I have a search done of what presidents implemented something like this, and which ones did it, and what their failures were, what their success was, and where we could go better. Which is important because that's good knowledge to have. But so he got me yesterday and I saw this and then I actually wrote him. Wait for a response from him. But I sent him some of my ideas, and I'm waiting for him to get back. But he's right. It's time to get a blueprint because I'm telling you, most people are tired of regular politicians. This country's done. We're not going with the traders, but it's going to be a nobody, a guy that has no knowledge of being a politician. Someone like me is going to get in that office, and they're gonna turn this country around, because you want to know why? Being transparent, being honest, and just being real to the people. People are looking for realness. They want to see someone that's experienced a lot of bad, that went through hell, went through the fire, someone that came out of it and got a story to how to fix it. That's me, right up my alley. I've survived so many bad things. I lived it. So I know the prison system don't reform me. I know what it needs. Okay. I've lived so many things that I know I can do with this country. They don't want this bullshit no more. Where's this country? We're done with the fucking traditional voting and the traditional fucking presidents. Okay. Being phony and being just on the fucking camera, and then they're fucking snaking the grass. I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm not gonna get sucked in, because that's the first thing someone already warned me. When they get a wind of you, they're gonna have more money than you, and they're gonna outmaneuver you because they think they can. Stay to your script. Don't let them fucking suck you in. Suck them to you. And I'm good at that. So they're not gonna flip me to follow their fucking corrupt ass. Okay, I'm gonna flip the script on them. So you guys better start taking me serious. So it's Catalano and Sardina for 2028, and we're gonna run this country right. So that's all I gotta say on that. So if you guys want to help, there's the thing. If you don't want to help, and you don't want, and you think I'm a fucking idiot, then you know what? Go fuck yourself. And I'm gonna be very vocal like that. I'll tell a lot of people go fuck themselves, even if I get in office. I don't have to be a president. I don't have to be president-like. Okay, I got to be myself. That's what's gonna get me in the office. People are looking for realness right now. We're in a very vulnerable state. I'm in a good position right now. Trust me when I tell you, I'm in a better position you guys think I am. I really am. Because you know what? I'll get out and I'll talk to everybody in every state. And I'm very convincing when I'm in a room. And I will make people love me. And they will love me. Like he said, do the right thing, implement plans, and the people will remember the warriors this time. They ain't going to go with the traditional politician. And that's going to be me. I'm going to make so much noise. I got a lot of ends. I got to go. I'm going to campaign throughout Major League Baseball, which is going to get me to a lot of people. You understand? So I got you guys. So if you guys really want to help, let's do this the right way. You understand? Let's do it, and let's get me in the office. And I promise. Quickly here. Here we go. All right. So let me go see if there's anything important I want to read. I appreciate it. Let's see. Oh, shit. I got a lot of fucking 700 fucking. How many? 460. Steady 50 people. That's guys. At least 50 people listen to my bullshit. It's good. All right. Anything worth reading? Probably not. Probably a bunch of troll shit. I know. You know how I know? Because none of the people here. The people that are here are just people that. I mean, there's some good people here, but most of the people. Hey, OJ, what's up? There's no. That's a no for me, dog. Well, that's bye. See you later. Have a nice life. But when I get in, I'll remember that. Remember that. Take care, buddy. Mr. Missing in action. All right. All right. Oh, you took off the orange face, huh? You finally gave it up, huh? All right. Good for you. God bless you. So remember about our country. God bless America. Okay. Raise the roof. That's right. Put your bank info on the screen. Put your bank info. My bank info. I just put that. Raise the money. That's the bank. I don't put my bank money in it. I don't give nobody my bank account. But you fucking try to swindle the fucking campaign funds to get me in trouble? You guys must really think I'm stupid. Spyware report. Spyware. That's right. That's right. Yeah. Be careful. I'm serious now. Rocco got taken. Shad got taken. And someone tried to get me. So be careful. All right. Peace out. I don't think I got any super chats either, right? No. I think I read the one I had. Yeah. NJ Ranger. Thank you, buddy. All right. I'm out. I'm going to bed. You guys are fucking worthless. All yous. Fuck off. Have a good night. Suck a dick. Chapter 3 of the book. 7 more chapters. And I gotta get it to public. Have a good night.